Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yeehawlads podcast, episode number 109. This week we'll be talking about our Rallycross practice and race event from over the weekend. But first off, in case you hear the fan running, it's super hot outside, so I've got the fan up on medium instead of low this week. Try to keep the air moving in here. So we might be sweating, we'll see. But, of course, as it goes, joke of the day time, fellas.
Fuck.
I love the enthusiasm. What do you call a cow with a twitch?
Beef jerky?
Bing, bing, bing.
No shit!
Damn it, that is good.
First one of the year. Good Lord.
Oh my god!
He actually just nails it. You guys are like, no way.
Wow.
How about that? Look at us.
God
Where's the
damn.
soundboard?
Yeah.
Does that mean we're getting better or worse at these?
I don't know. I'm having a shot for that though.
Nick's going crazy.
A shot of what, Nick? What are you drinking today?
Zero sugar A&W cream soda, courtesy
Hell
of
yeah,
Brian's
brother.
fridge.
Go nuts. Go stupid.
That stuff's so good. What have we devolved into?
We all had to take a drink after that because we're just over it.
I'm over this already. We're 1 minute into
Fuck
this.
all
I
of
cannot
another.
believe this.
Oh, and there's no caffeine in this drink either, too. So.
Womp womp.
What the fuck's the point?
It's edge friendly.
It tastes really good.
Oh, sidebar. Did you know the bubbler drinks have almost 70 grams of caffeine in them?
They have way more than that.
Wait, what?
They have like
Yeah.
100.
Oh shit!
No, yeah, no, not the bubbler. They're supposed to be sodas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 69 grams.
I
of
thought they were
milligrams.
supposed to be like
Funny
flavored
number.
water.
Yeah, no, I thought that they were like healthy and shit. I'm like,
Like,
why can't I
oh,
sleep when I drink
No, they
these
are.
motherfuckers?
They're healthy.
I was
They're
gonna
just
say,
not-
They're
yeah,
healthy,
like-
but they also have like it's natural caffeine or whatever.
Yeah,
but
they
it's-
have caffeine. Caffeine isn't
Yeah.
unhealthy.
Natural
Yeah,
caffeine.
yeah. It just
Oh.
I couldn't sleep for like a week straight, and I kept drinking these for dinner. And I'm like, I need to stop fucking drinking these for dinner.
Yeah, no, dude, I have two of those like at work.
69
Yeah.
milligrams of
Shit.
caffeine. Have you guys considered maybe you can't read?
I didn't
on
know.
the
Okay,
can.
I see that, and I think it's flavored water.
It is,
Yeah.
but it
Without,
literally,
like-
it literally
That
says
boosts and energizes and restores
I look
balance.
at that.
I just thought that's marketing bullshit.
Yeah, literally. I didn't think they were like,
can.
hey, yo, fucking jack this bitch up with caffeine.
Yeah.
I
It's
look at that
on the
and go,
can.
ew, gross. Carbonated water. Disgusting.
No, I like the taste of them. They're good.
because
It's
you're
just
getting
I was
caffeine
not.
mainlined to you.
Well, no, I liked them for the taste.
That's
and
why
it-
you
it
like
them.
I felt better afterwards than drinking a
You
soda.
are like that
Yes.
crazy ex that puts nicotine patches on you when you're asleep and with her.
Yeah,
so,
so
you
you-
miss her.
You get
Yeah.
addicted to sleeping there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they say it on the can. You just can't read.
I didn't
I
think about
can't
reading
read.
it. I knew they tasted good, so I bought them and drank them.
Bro just loves
that was
assuming
my
things.
like logic line there.
I drink
Well-
3 energy drinks a day. I can't complain.
Yeah.
You know, caffeine doesn't affect me. It's great.
Yeah, I miss those days.
Life's not.
I'll say, I don't know if that was 100% why I couldn't sleep last week, but
That
I'm
would-
assuming it was part of it.
If you were unaware of the fact you had caffeine, yeah, probably.
yeah.
Dumbass.
Smooth move. Anyways,
Sorry.
Back to the
Back to-
great
Off the
weekend
caffeine.
events.
but back to whatever we do here. This weekend was our Rallycross event number 3 up at Byron Motorsports Park, as they all are pretty much.
Yep.
We had a practice event on Saturday and
Thank
a
God.
race event on Sunday. Saturday and Sunday were also the 4x4 nuclear invasion, where people were bringing full-size Jeeps and stuff to the park to do some sorts of trails and stuff, which Andy was planning on having his Jeep ready for, and
Until-
ended up not having it ready for.
Yeah. A little bit more damage than I had previously anticipated.
That's a lot of damage.
Also, didn't even factor in the fact that with the new transfer case and the new slip yoke eliminator, the transfer case is now 4 inches shorter, so my drive shaft has to be 4 inches longer.
I hear that's a lot.
It's a ton. When
Especially
you
when you-
don't have any more to give, it's a ton.
And especially when you got it custom made 7
Yeah.
months ago.
Yeah. So don't know what to do with that yet. Brian did mention something about a like extended yoke essentially, and I feel like that is a thing. So I have not looked into them because I've been pretty busy at work this week, but
Yeah, I know.
planning
it's
to
a
look
thing.
into those. Either it's get a extended yoke. So I don't have to have as long of I can reuse my same drive shaft, which also I'd like that the most because I found out a Jeep Gladiator drive shaft is almost the same length and it's also 1350 U joints.
1330s?
15.
Is it?
Or 1350, sorry.
Okay, I thought it was. You said 1350. I
Yes.
assumed it was 1330s.
I believe it's 50s. Yeah,
That's
I
impressive.
saw it
Like-
was in one of the forums I was looking at while reading up on Gladiator drive shafts because I was browsing Facebook Marketplace for
As one does.
My drive shaft right now is 38 inches, and I need at least 4 inches longer than that. A Gladiator drive shaft is like almost 37. So I'm like, oh, for a spare drive shaft just to get me off trail, a Gladiator drive shaft would be great. Found one on. The only reason I was thinking about Gladiator drive shafts is because found one on Marketplace for $100. So I'm like, oh, that's a good spare shaft to have. I just need the conversion joint, which I already have, and keep that as a spare essentially. But
Be convenient.
it would be, and like I said, having that option as a spare, it would be nice.
And you figured about all this out Friday at like 6 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm kind of over this now, and I still had to load the trailer and kind of get the camper ready and packed up and whatnot. So, yeah, I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna. Well, I was able to drive the Jeep out of the fucking garage at least, which was kind of nice. And
Just in front wheel drive?
yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everything works now, I guess. I don't know. It's fucking.
You've got a plan at least, sort of.
Yeah.
So,
So
somewhere to start anyway.
yeah, Jeep's on the back burner. I have no real wheeling plans. I think there is one event down at Hawk Pride, which is in Alabama.
That's
I'm
a
gonna
long drive.
I'm gonna see if Jade, because that's her like local park.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if she is interested at all in coming out to that. It's also a square headlight Jeep invasion.
Your headlights are square.
Yes.
You
Hosted
crazy.
by Oreo XJ.
Oh,
XJ Oreo, yeah,
of
whatever.
course. Yeah.
The Instagram thought of the Jeep world.
I don't know who the fuck we're talking about.
You don't want to.
It's
You're
Yeah.
better-
We're
Brian knows,
employed,
but
Marcus.
You're better off not knowing.
It's Mango's internet wife. Kyle Mang's internet wife. Like hopeful internet wife.
Yeah, you're calling him Mango. These guys are like, I don't
Yeah,
know what
Kyle
that means.
Mang's hopeful internet
Shout
wife
out Mang.
at some point, maybe one day.
I'll
who
pull it up
knows?
just for the local.
Yeah,
people.
just so you
please.
have reference.
The Oreo XJ
Yeah.
images.
Yeah.
Oh, why the picture?
Awooga.
I love when the pictures are
Yeah.
tiny.
She's.
on
I mean,
preview.
she's skinny as shit, but she's tattooed and hot, and she's into Jeeps.
This is
so.
as of 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, she's still hot.
She's no
okay.
Courtney. looking
Oh, hey,
at.
there you go. There's the event calendar that I
Okay,
pulled
maybe,
off.
Maybe
of.
I will pull this up.
The October.
I really
10th
like
to
the
12th.
Jeep a lot better than the girl.
Oh yeah,
The Jeep's
2-door.
actually
It's
built.
2-door. It's a stick shift, so I give her credit for wheeling a stick shift.
Yeah.
can play with your
Tons,
stick.
40s, caged, fuel cell, custom.
So what you want to build?
This is what he already has, other than
Other
linked.
than 4 links and coilovers
And a manual.
and a manual,
Yeah.
and a 2-door, but
Yeah.
very similar.
It's
either
got
way.
more than 7 slots in the grill.
That's a Wagoneer front.
I
grill,
noticed that. Yeah, it looks pretty nice actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Square headlights. These are
Yeah,
round.
yeah. You're not
Those
wrong.
are round. in
I think
square
actually,
housing.
signals.
I think that they are square. They're just
square.
a round
Yes.
halo in there.
Yeah, they're
that's
square
all. Yeah,
housing
yeah.
still. Anyway.
Yeah. Either way,
Getting
it's
off
meant for
track
XJs essentially. XJs
Yeah.
and Comanches.
XJs and TJs.
XJs, TJs, and Comanches. Yeah.
Fair, but okay.
Or no, TJs have round headlights.
Yes.
YJs.
No.
YJs.
Yes.
Have square.
Yeah,
headlights.
yeah, yeah. Yep.
Certain
TJs
But either way,
Jeeps
it's
have
a
square
XJ
headlights.
meet essentially, and I know that she's gonna be there. It's a local park to another friend of mine, so hopefully we can get a handful of people that I know down there, and it's a reason to go down to fucking Alabama, and that's
Right.
October. So
just gives you something to do.
yeah, basically, because as of right now, TOP doesn't plan any off-road trips, so my Jeep is on the back
Yeah.
burner. to
Steve's Jeep is
reiterate.
down. Mike is still doing his bumper.
Yeah.
Derek's in California, so you're kind of
Yeah, like there's everybody else. Like Jeremy would probably enjoy going down to Alabama, honestly. So bring it up with him, but
he's like, the other person that wheels is Jeremy still.
yeah. So Dave Allen might want to go. Who knows? But
You could
yeah,
probably
either
find
way.
somebody to take
Yeah,
a small
that
trip with,
I'll say
but-
yeah. So really, wheeling trips would be that AOP possibly for Black Friday and Labor Day, hopefully some more.
Yeah.
know.
So you've
We'll
got no rush on it. per
Yeah,
se.
nope. Jeep can sit for a while
Okay.
while I do some very needed maintenance on the white Subaru
Is
and
that
get the
what-
blue Subaru on the
Is
road.
that what
to
we're
Daily
calling
Drive.
it? Maintenance? Okay. So speaking
Kinda.
of maintenance, did you do any maintenance to your cars before the event?
Nope.
Cool.
I knew the trans was bad, and that was another thing. I had set up. Shout out to William Bettinger. He's the guy we were talking about, a really built yellow Subaru last podcast. Last event podcast.
Yeah, we call it like Sunburst Yellow. I don't know what the real name is.
Yep.
But
On a Haltech, super fucking custom. That was its maiden voyage out.
last event. Yep.
Yeah, last event. He reached out, or I reached out to the Facebook page group, and I'm like, hey, anybody up here? I have parts at a junkyard just outside of Milwaukee. If anybody's willing to go pick them up for me and bring them to Byron, I'll give you $100.
Make it worthwhile.
He reached out to me, added me on Facebook, and he's like, hey, I can go run there during the week, whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll have the junkyard paid except for the core fee, which is $150. and then I'll also give you $100 for the transporting it.
Yeah, but he has to pay the core fee.
He has to pay. Court fee has to be cash. Yep.
Right.
So,
That's fair. So he hand delivered all that stuff to us on Sunday.
yes, which was nice. But yeah, that was really about the only thing that I set up. Didn't check any tire pressure.
Just weren't too concerned.
Yeah,
'cause
it
way,
worked last time I was there. I've been daily driving it, so I'm like, sure, it works.
It's
Whatever,
consistently bad, but you know what you're dealing with.
man. Yeah, I'll say the weak link was the the transmission. When I as I was loading on the trailer, I'm like, yep,
This could be it.
let's go.
What about you, Marcus? Any maintenance? Any upgrades?
Besides your typical rally prep, which is like
Yeah.
taking the basket off and whatnot.
Well, I cleaned her out because she was full of shit. Loaded my tires up, all my tools, stuff like that. Took the roof rack off. I really think the only thing that I did check, I did throw a little bit more coolant in it because I kind of, where the overflow tube comes down into the reservoir, I like that to be covered so it's not sucking in air.
Oh yeah,
It's going to pull in fluid. So I put a little bit more in that, and then I think I put a little power steering fluid in just for shits and
Just kind of
grins.
topped off the
Which-
fluids.
It's black
It's
fine.
and
Does it steer?
not the best.
Well, okay, never mind.
Better than Brian's, I'm sure. with
Well,
his
there's
fucked up
points where
rack.
like you can feel it like.
Oh, you probably need a pump then, or your rack's bad.
I don't know. It's not horrible. It's just every now and again.
You can notice it get a little clunky.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
But
fair.
yeah, no, that was really it.
Just kind of once overed it. Took the rest of your exhaust off because it was falling off
So yeah, my exhaust fell off like a week before.
from the axle backwards.
Yeah.
A
That
little
makes
bit.
so much more sense
okay,
why
so
you're during the event your car sounded so much different and I didn't know why. I totally didn't realize that.
okay, the whole exhaust didn't fall off. So basically,
yeah, just axle back.
the headers,
essentially.
the cats, and then the piping going back, basically to the rear axle, where it kind of
Where it starts to come up and over.
it
It
bends
snakes a little
and
bit and
then
then
it
goes
comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right where it starts to snake, and right where an OE hanger was.
Yeah.
It finally it rusted through and snapped the hanger off of it. So there's just some baler. Well, actually, it's not even baler wire; it's a coat hanger that's holding that up right now. So.
Hey, honestly,
Only the best.
Hey, we're gonna.
I know Logan, who watches this, loves coat hanger repairs. He keeps them in his truck for that reason.
At one point, at some point, I'm gonna do the exhaust. So.
Oh, you are? Cool.
Yeah,
Very
at
cool.
some
Very
point.
nice.
So yeah, no, that was really about it. So of course Andy had called me Friday.
night, yeah. And I'm like, hey, I have an open spot on my trailer, and for balance reasons, I'd like to have a second vehicle
Yeah.
on my trailer just to
So if you want to
not
pull
overload
the,
my truck.
pull the picture up.
yeah,
So
you've
we
got
all
the deck space anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
we all decided to meet at Love's at 9
Ish.
ish. So
Oh, look at her.
So
I
Mark-
got there early.
as you always do, for no good
No,
reason.
I got there for a good reason early this time.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled over in a spot and actually swapped my tires in the Love's parking lot.
You can see
Yeah.
it does have
Oh.
your off-road wheels on it
All
here.
right.
Which I'm very surprised nobody came out and was like, hey, you can't do that.
I bet you'd be surprised what goes on in the
I'm-
Love's
I'll say,
parking lot.
I
Yeah,
was
the only-
thinking
There's
about that.
probably a lot worse.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about that afterwards, and I'm like, yeah, they probably don't give a shit.
They don't
Yeah,
get paid
not
enough to
really.
care.
No. So, yeah, swap my tires, got everything loaded up, and then we loaded up on
Hard. image.
Andy's trailer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
44 footers.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like you were already there. Andy and I both pulled in at pretty much the same time. I saw him come across. I'm like, hey, I know that guy.
Yeah. I was like, oh hey, sweet, I'm not late.
Yeah, we got there pretty much the same time. So that worked out pretty nice.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
loaded up, and everybody got gas. I got gas.
I didn't
Andy,
get,
you
I
got
didn't
gas.
get gas.
Yeah.
I got gas at Casey's the day before.
And
so I
then,
was
yeah, we
thinking.
headed out.
Yeah, I don't think I had touched the car since last event.
That doesn't
Yeah.
It
surprise
was
me.
on the trailer. I took the straps off to use them for the truck for Memorial
Oh,
Day.
yep. Yeah.
Like, it just sat there the entire time. I kind of like opened the hood. I'm like, yep, there it is. I closed the hood. I'm like, good enough.
Hell
But yeah, just left. It didn't even come off the trailer. Just sat there the whole time. So seemed good. So yeah, we all met there at 9-ish. Got kind of figured out, loaded up, got some lunch or got material for lunch. I got a sandwich and some stuff, and then we drove on up there.
Mm-hmm.
We rolled in. Let's see, we got there
A little after
10:30ish.
10,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 10:30ish is about
Yep.
when we got there.
Yeah, started unpacking the camper, getting it all leveled up and whatnot. Everything kind of situated.
Yeah, it's a
plugged
little bit
in
of a
and
mad
whatnot.
dash because we had.
Yeah. You guys were racing up there to get ready for the drivers' meeting for practice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was taking my sweet time, just kind of making sure the camper was ready, making sure the AC was going to work and whatnot too.
Right.
So I brought my dog up there with me.
Yeah,
Blue.
but we had a camping spot, so we actually had just line power. You weren't
Yes.
running the generator
Yep.
or anything,
Yep.
so that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we kind of got everything unpacked, somewhat sorted out. I pulled my truck and trailer up the hill so I could get unloaded and stuff.
yeah. I'll
So
say
it's-
you guys were at the drivers' meeting. It was probably 20 minutes later. I walk up there, 15.
Yeah, we were done with the meeting for sure, but yeah, we hadn't started
Yeah.
doing anything yet. But
Yeah.
throw the straps off, hop in the car, hit the key. Roll.
Oh yeah, yours was dead.
I'm just like, oh,
Forgot
damn.
about that. Yeah.
Thank God.
When I was hooking the truck to the trailer the day before, I'm like, I should just crank it, just make sure it starts. I'm like,
Shits and giggles.
I'm like, it's always started. I'm not worried about it.
Whoops.
Dead.
So thank God I hadn't. I had come up to check on you, so I still had a couple things left in the car because I just pulled it off. And thank God I still had my jumper cables on. So we gave her a quick jump, and I think you let it run just idle
Hours.
for like 4 hours. that
It
day.
ran almost the entire day straight.
yeah.
It's just like, it's got a full tank of 93, and it doesn't use any 'cause it's a 1.5. So I'm like,
Right.
I'll
Let
let
it
it sit
burn.
idle for hours. It was fine. Get the battery all charged up, let the AC cool it down,
Yeah. Got all my cameras set up, everything, the 360.
We had
just got her unloaded, ready to go. Oh, we all put I put my number plates on. Yours
Mine are already
stay
on. Andy,
I taped mine Sunday. because
Well-
I didn't. I ended up not practicing. I was
Yes.
talking with Josh, who was running the practice event on Saturday, and
You
I'm
were
like,
just kind of a
I
general
was floating.
gopher.
Yeah, floating around, seeing what people needed. I also ran to town for food because I hadn't eaten breakfast or lunch, and it was like 1:30 at this point. Grabbed some bags of ice, some waters and food for us for the camper and whatnot too.
Gatorades.
plus whoever else you could get.
Yeah, I literally walked to everybody at the practice. I'm like, hey, it's hot as shit. What do you need? Water, ice, food. Let me know. I'm making a run to town. Like, pay me back, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it worked out pretty well.
Generally
But, yeah.
just fairly helpful.
Yep, I was just taking my time in the afternoon since I had planned to be in the Jeep all Saturday while you guys were practicing in your rally cars. So I'm like, yeah, I fucking got all afternoon. I'm just kind of hanging out, man, saying hi to everybody, just BSing with everybody. So
Pretty much. But yeah. So yeah, we did just we basically ran. There was 4 sessions. I think I'd used 2 of the sessions to my advantage.
Yes.
Marcus used 3 of them.
Yep.
More or less. We each got to run the starting gate for a little bit. That was
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
Turns out when you go to the event a lot, you all of a sudden have responsibility. Like,
Well, I think at
keep
one
volunteering.
point-
oh yeah, because how many? There was only like 2 or 3 other people who had done a
With
rally.
proper experience. We had
Yeah.
like 13 people, I think, or something. There was not very many people
No, for
total.
practice.
Yeah.
And out of those, probably 6 of us had done like enough events to be competent.
Yeah.
And there was a handful of new people, which for a practice day makes a ton of
Oh, yeah.
sense.
Oh,
was great.
absolutely. Yeah, it was good.
There was a couple of guys who had done a couple of autocrosses and stuff. But
Yeah,
never a
they had done
rallycross.
racing at the very least. Yeah,
They had a
yep.
general idea. But
Yep.
But yeah, I think even at one point, Josh looked at us and like, "Man, you guys should become safety stewards." And we all just looked at each other and was like, "Nah,
I'm like, that sounds like a lot of
that's a
responsibility.
lot of
Yeah.
responsibility. I'll help, but
He's like,
I ain't gonna be
I
responsible."
was to say I wouldn't want to be responsible.
He's like, it's not. Okay, it is. I lied.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went and did runs pretty much all day. It's like my car was working great. The AC was working great. I had people keep like hopping in and out with me all day. It was kind of nice.
Yep, same.
They're just like, hey, can I
Yeah,
ride with you?
I rode with Brian. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be that like all out.
I say we'll just hop in with we'll do our first runs or my runs with the peoples.
Yeah.
Oh, how was the dust and everything with the weather?
Bad.
terrible.
Horrible.
Also, the
Bad.
water truck broke.
The water truck was broken the day before. Or
Yeah,
something,
so
we couldn't-
they broke it that day, filling up the mud pit for the Jeep event.
that must be
yeah.
Yeah, they
So-
broke like the rear axle out of her. Something that was like it's
Yep.
not gonna move.
Yeah, an
So-
axle shaft or rear end drive, something.
So good thing I wasn't taking pictures.
Oh yeah, it was dusty
was
Saturday and got way
fucking
worse
dusty.
Sunday.
So
Yeah.
if I wrote all of my times down, I ran a total of 13 runs in practice.
that
Oh,
sounds
gotcha.
about right. Do you want me to pull up one of yours? Do you have a specific one since you have your numbers?
I just pull up practice
on
one.
the
I think
360
I,
cam or on the GoPro.
It don't matter. Whatever you want to do.
We'll do the 360 cam. It's a cool,
Yeah,
cool
it's a
little
cool video.
It'll give a general.
Now,
kind of
I
overhead.
will say, let me know how the audio is on this because I did have microphone covers.
Yes.
This time.
So
yeah.
hopefully there's a lot less wind noise
Mhm.
and a little bit more engine sound.
I got you. Let's see.
I
What
think this was my first.
Well, and you
first
don't have your
one.
glass back, so it's going to be louder anyway. Yeah, you hitting the rev limiter now with no glass back, it's way different.
It's actually some noise.
Yeah.
It's like as the 360 kind of flexes, you hear wind, but when it straightens out, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's really not too bad.
It just sucks because there's no like wind reduction setting. It's either voice reduction or noise canceling, and if you turn the noise canceling on, it just cuts all the audio.
You can't hear the car probably.
God damn! Look how fucking slow I am.
Yeah.
The frame rate of the TV doesn't help much either.
Oh fuck!
Oh yeah, looking at your laptop screen, that's
Limiter.
much better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's much smoother on here.
Absolutely.
What do you got? 120 hertz.
144. Yeah.
Can you go to like game mode on the TV?
I don't know if it'll make much difference.
I think it's still kept 60.
It's just a cheap TV, to be fair.
Yeah, I was like, my LG does get noticeably better when I put it into game mode, but
Yeah. I might try it at some point. But
Also, I thought that I had figured out how the hell the GPS data works on these things.
the 360 cam?
Yep, completely wrong.
No?
So, the camera itself does not record GPS data. Your
Okay.
phone does it.
and
then when you-
since it's paired, or does it connect to your camera
Yes.
while you're running it?
You would think that because I'm recording GPS data and have the camera going, that it would,
It would
hey,
mesh them together or
coincide,
something.
it's gonna, put the file. Nope. It all saves it inside the app, and it only lets you view that data
Mhm.
if you're editing the video inside the app,
Oh, that's kind of weird.
which is fucking stupid. I even tried to okay, well, it's still stored.
It's on the phone
there's
somewhere.
You can't find it.
It's hidden.
It's just
Wow.
locked within the app.
Oh.
I'm like, well, this is dumb.
You need like a Z file archive so
Yeah,
you can dig through it or something.
I don't know. But yeah, so that run, practice, my times, if that was my first run out,
Yeah, which I think is your only practice on the 360
yes.
cam. Yeah.
That ran an 84.931.
Okay. That's a good reference.
Yes. My best time of the day
Mm-hmm.
was a 78.363.
Okay. Yeah, I think that sounds about correct. I remember you had saying
Yeah.
you were speeding up throughout the day, going kind of start slow, figure the course out, and just
Yes.
ease up on it.
Yeah.
See where you can gain a half a second here,
Yep.
a little bit there.
So, yeah, I went from damn near an 85 down to a 78 and a
So
quarter.
about an 8-second improvement.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No.
Not over just,
And the course really did not change that much throughout the day.
it stayed very consistent, which was nice.
super nice for, comparing times and stuff.
So
But
speaking of comparing, we'll hop in with Marcus in my car. He's in the passenger seat of my car. I just had it up and then closed it because I'm a silly duck.
I also will say, neither the 360 nor the GoPros really do it justice
No.
to
That's-
any speed
that's-
of what we're going.
Yeah.
That
It's
is
called
infamous on a GoPro.
GoPro effect.
Well,
It
yes.
literally, genuinely.
That's why I
But-
set my GoPro to linear lens, so it's the squarest
Yes.
zoom. It's not
Oh,
hyper
yeah.
zoomed out, which
Yeah.
kind of distorts the speed
Yes.
a little bit.
Yeah, speed and like size of jumps for dirt bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody comments on it. It's like, wow, that seemed huge. You go back and look at it. It's like,
You're like, oh, that was
Well,
lame.
It's tiny.
not
Yeah.
really.
That's what she said.
But look at the speedometer for more reference of how
Yes.
fast
Yes.
it's actually going.
Correct.
So you're like, oh, that's more than it looks like.
Right.
So yeah, this was Marcus hopping in with me. I think this was my third lap out of the track or
Yeah,
whatever.
something like that.
Did the audio just break? Oh, there it is.
there
It's
it
back.
Fucking hell, she's twitchy.
Me to the cow that's twitching.
The beef jerky.
Jesus Christ. All right, fuck me.
Marcus's
I have
commentary.
never ridden in this car.
No.
Yeah.
Minus
Not on rally. No.
Yeah.
As I'm drifting my
Holy
front wheel drive
shit.
car.
Yeah. This layout is so much better for your cars because you're not in first the whole time.
Yeah. Overcooked a couple corners, but
It's practice. You can
Yeah.
do that.
you can tell how rough it is by how much my GoPro moves.
Yeah, auto corrects it. Yeah,
Like
holy
you can
shit.
like it's flexing the mounts. Yeah. And it's the nice GoPro suction cup too. Just
After this ride, I was like, man, front wheel drive kind of fucking rocks.
Smoky huge bumps in this car.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
That yump
We're
was
gonna
bad.
talk about that yump.
Okay. But yeah.
75. God.
Yeah. So your best of the day was a 78. That was a
Wow.
75 on one of my earlier runs.
So, we did have a yump
And there was
kind of towards that back corner, and I specifically remember, I think Andy, you came over and ran to me, and you were like, "They're getting mad because you like have gotten
Oh,
airborne
yeah.
Going
like
to break your
multiple
car.
times."
Well, yeah, it was two wheels coming out of
Yeah.
that is why.
Hammer down.
Quit having fun.
yes.
Yeah.
So now we'll go to Andy's first run with my car free.
This was like your last or second to last
In the
lap?
first session, I think it was somewhere in there. It's
Yeah.
I
Because
did
you
like
were
2 or
after
3
me.
I did like 2 or 3 with Marcus, and then you got in. So I don't know where.
Yeah, I remember it was like one of the last of
Yeah, I didn't start.
whatever session it was.
So I started the second session
Okay, yeah.
driving,
Okay.
and then I ran the starting line in the third session.
Okay.
So it was probably towards the end of that, yeah. So at this point, I'm pretty well established with the track.
Yeah.
Make sure the audio is queued up correctly. It is. Cool. See how your reaction compares to Marcus's.
The noises do not translate either.
Wow, that's loose! I've been saying it for months. I do love how much pull the front has, though. Wow.
When that's the only thing pulling, yeah,
Yeah.
dumbass.
All one wheel of it. The bog from first to second sucks so bad, though.
Yeah.
This part.
What gears do you have?
Bad ones.
Well, fair. I didn't know. Ones that make you get good fucking gas mileage.
Yeah, unbelievable gas mileage, but not great torque.
I was more mainly surprised because
I wonder if this is how it feels when I drive. That's a big old fucking yump.
the body roll and feel of it between our two cars.
Oh, from my
because
car to
I
yours?
feel
Oh,
like
mine
if,
is so bad.
if I brake coming into a corner and once I'm pointed correctly, hammer down onto it, that ass end just and drag. You just downshift, floor it, and she just skirts around, and it's like, well, fuck me.
Well, see, the problem is my body is so small and narrow.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
That if you lean
I
it
drive a
hard,
boat.
it picks a wheel off the ground, so it can't go faster.
Yeah.
So it has to slow down and turn.
Mhm.
So you just leave it pinned in first at full lock, and it'll just wee around the corner. It's not ideal. But
we did 2 laps?
we did 2 laps. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
ECC is. I don't know if anything different.
Oh,
happened.
wait, no, I do. I remember now. Never mind.
We'll zip through it anyway, just for fun. We
Yeah,
don't have a ton of
fair
pictures,
enough.
but
Yeah, this is true.
see if anything changes. But missed.
I
gear,
remember this.
missed the
Yeah, I
shit out of
definitely
it.
remember this.
I can't wait to hear that in my car, 'cause it's gonna happen.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. Foreshadowing. Womp womp. Oh yeah, I was talking about gearing with your car though. The good part or the benefit to the transmission that I got delivered to me, it has 411 gears as opposed to 390, which my car currently has. So hopefully that makes a noticeable difference.
So,
Speaking of that,
was the legacy of your year ever optioned with a
No.
411 gear set?
No.
Great. I have
Oh.
information for you.
Maybe. I don't know.
bad
The
information.
passenger seat or what? No, it's about the same. This is pretty rough.
I have information. You might want to verify that it was ever with or without it.
I'll look that up currently.
I don't know how you looked at. What year is your car?
97.
Okay.
Oh,
See, I
way
thought
off.
it was either 96 or 97.
We were trying to figure it out. I'm like, I actually don't know anything about Subarus.
We just knew it was OBD2.
Yes, I knew it was after 96.
That yump is getting bad. Yeah, that's nasty.
My car's just bouncing everywhere.
The auto 2.2 liter does.
But not the manual.
Well, you know.
So,
I
you know what that means?
Do I
Can I-
have to
can
go
I
to
tell 'em?
fucking modify it?
Yep.
So, if you would
Seriously?
like to read
Yes.
the listing in front of us, good sir, Differentials must be contained in a stock unmodified housing with stock or optional ring and pinion ratios available for the specific model, body, and year of the vehicle only.
Is this for stock?
This is for prepared.
That's for prepared.
Well,
you're going to fucking mod all, motherfucker.
So if that differential was an option in that car,
You'd be fine.
you're okay.
I mean, okay, I wouldn't be surprised if like the GTB had like the twin turbo version of it had it or something, and like technically the Outback version of my car
should have
them.
Right.
Yeah, I'll do some more digging, but
technically speaking, it must contain. I'm
gonna go through all the Japanese versions of my car too, because I will bet that I can find
that
one.
That would technically count since it was a production.
But it must be the specific model, body, and year of vehicle.
Yeah. So a 97 wagon. Yeah,
legacy-ish.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I will do some digging.
So fun fact, that's a thing. Cause
I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't really care. I was
100%.
just looking to. Well, hold on. How many events?
You've got
2.
first place in 3 now.
Yeah. Fuck.
So in order to place, you need to rank 5, and there's only 4 left. Son of a bitch. We were looking at stuff for Marcus's car. It's like, does adding a strut tower brace put you up? I'm like, I don't know. Let's look and see.
I'm
like,
do that too.
differentials. I'm like, differentials.
Fuck.
So.
Well, because
or your car.
That doesn't make sense to me though. It's at least like
because prepared class is if you take your car and any option that would fit on it without modifying anything.
Well, I know, but that's why my car went from stock to modified is because I jumped out of that trim level to not match the rest of the car, which is fair.
The rest of the car does not match that trim anymore, so you're preparing your car.
Okay, sorry that Subaru made every single fucking vehicle interchangeable.
And
every
all the
motor and
transmissions
every
are the same.
transmission, every rear end, they all bolt in.
Yeah, they made it too modular for prepared
Yeah,
class.
what the fuck?
So if your car was ever optioned with a 411, even if it was a rare one of
find
one,
it, I'm sure, but
there's probably one somewhere.
Yeah.
But I just saw that, I'm like, oh,
wow.
Well, that's awesome for you.
Well, yeah, like that red one I was going to pick up in Michigan, that was an Outback, but still technically a second-gen Legacy.
Still technically a Legacy, yeah.
And like I said, since it was an Outback, I'm assuming that they'll have different
I would believe that, but I just saw that. I'm like, oh, that's awesome for you.
Well, all right, I'll fucking look into that.
So, and would they be like, it's fine, we get it?
Yeah, I'll tell them, like, I'll finish out this year my unopposed fucking class. Yeah, I'm gonna finish it.
Must be fucking nice.
You could go to prepared. You would beat in this event.
Let's put a trans in your car.
No,
one strut tower brace. You're in prepared. Congrats. You can race Andy and nobody else. You can get second every event.
I was saying, how many trophies do they give out if there's only 2 people in the class?
Top 3 get paid out all year, or get stickered out, or magneted out.
Regardless of how many people are in the class?
Regardless how many people.
Which is
well, there you
go.
That's why they switched to the magnet one, so it's easier. They just have a stack of each one.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're not specifically printed per class.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So fair enough. Okay.
So yeah, that
was practice.
That's a fun little fact. Yeah, I say my practice.
Right,
I didn't have anything too awfully exciting else in the practice.
Yeah, I fucked up on my 360 footage because I thought when you go in the app, there's like a little slide to record thing. If you connect your camera to it to record the GPS, and I'm like, oh, well, cool. I'll just do it this way because it's going to record the GPS and start the video all at the same time.
Right.
Nope, it just records the.
It just starts the GPS recording.
It just starts the GPS recording using my phone.
I would have tested that at home first, probably.
Yeah, well, fuck me.
You live, you learn, I suppose.
Yep. So, yeah, I think I'm just kind of done trying to record GPS data via the 360.
The GoPro records it anyway.
Yeah.
And it errors out so much on the GoPro that it's barely worth doing.
Yeah.
Even doing that. Uh-oh.
Okay. 411s do come in the Outback version of my car. So and it's a 5-speed. So
I would say that probably counts.
What pisses me off is that $500 car in fucking Michigan would have paid for itself by all the parts I just bought from the junkyard.
Sure would have.
Nice.
I paid I'm $750 deep without the core return for the parts from Michigan.
Which to drive back and forth to a junkyard on a weird day is probably worth $150.
Well, yeah,
it's close anyway, but
yeah. I'll say if I get it swapped in and everything, and I have time, I will take that back up there just because.
Just to recover some cash.
Yeah, just mostly just for like my thought of like I don't need to have another 150 in this style in the car. Like
You can spare 3 hours of time and get $150 back.
Yeah, just like the legacy is not supposed to be like a financial investment. It's supposed to be a piece of shit.
Joke's
so.
on you.
Tell me about
Okay.
it.
Well,
So there was an option for that.
yes,
year
it's
70s.
the Outback version. Does come with.
It does not
411.
say trim level, so you're probably okay.
Yeah.
Then. It just says model and body and.
Well, trims. I'll say trim levels shouldn't matter then because that's what kicked me out from stock to prepare anyway.
Yeah, but now that you're in prepared, it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
You
Yep.
can do small.
Yeah, I've
preparations.
already jumped that line once.
Yeah.
Now that I can do it again, who cares? Yeah.
Sweet. So okay, so you're not completely screwed.
Yeah. Thank God.
Way to go. You did
Damn.
it.
But again, I'm going to be in modified next year, so who fucking cares?
Correct. So yeah, we practiced pretty much all day. It was hot. We were all tired. It was like 95 degrees, slightly humid. There was a breeze, but it just kicked dust into your face.
Yeah.
So by the end of the day, we're all just like whooped.
Yeah.
So we just kind of stood around. We talked to Josh and Ben Howe for a little bit. And just
Well,
kinda
we
caught up.
were
Travis
supposed
showed
to-
up.
Yeah,
Travis
with his
showed up,
new
yeah.
with the new rental helmets.
Yes.
We were supposed to give some rides to some of
Jeep
the
people.
off-road
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, from the Jeep or from the
And then
off-road
I
guys.
think
we
we got
sat around for like an hour.
Yeah, we got told, oh, they'll be here at 5:15.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, it's not an SCCA event. Don't go crazy. Don't kill anybody. The guy who owns the park's cool with it.
Yeah.
Like, this is a one-time
still under
thing.
insurance, just not SCCA.
Correct. It's under park insurance.
Yeah.
Now, which
Technically,
is-
we were just driving our cars on their property under
Yes.
insured, but
Yes.
correct.
Under their
Their-
waiver.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So,
It was supposed to be like 5:15 or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Marcus had
5:15 came and went.
One
and I-
person did drive up in a Jeep about
And then
the time,
immediately turned around.
and then drove through the paddock, didn't talk to anybody, and drove away. I'm like, well, okay, maybe that's not the guy.
As of course we're all sitting there like, we'd like dinner.
Yeah,
I had a pounding fucking headache at the time, and I was getting
And you were making
Hangry?
it everybody else's problem.
fucking A right. It was. I
I'm
wanted
hungry.
food.
Can we go?
Yeah.
I'm hungry. My
wanted it.
elbow hurts. I'm
My
tired.
elbow feels.
well,
Jesus
as Marcus
fucking Christ.
says, long story short,
Yeah.
they didn't show up.
At
We
all.
wrapped up. We headed down to the camper to let Blue out before we left, and then we headed into town.
Went up
Yeah.
to Upland Lanes, the bowling
Yeah.
alley in town.
Would visit again. 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
fucking
It's like
food.
as we're on the way there, Marcus, you're kind of like a bowling alley. You're like, all right, whatever. We
I
can
don't want to
there.
eat shitty, overpriced fucking food.
And we get there, you're like, oh, this is
Yo,
what's
they
up.
got duck wontons.
duck wontons,
What?
smokehouse
Delicious.
quesadillas.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Holy
solid.
shit.
Yeah.
But that was our dinner. Everything was good. It's like
rum buckets that were delicious. I see a picture of it.
That's
Of the
actually-
bucket I forgot at the bar.
when you
Yummy.
buy the rum bucket, you can keep the bucket.
I asked the bartender, like, can I take this? He's like, yeah.
Yes.
And what was it, an hour and a half later? Because we went
Yeah.
and played. They had axe throwing too. We thought it was a golf simulator and axe throwing.
Yeah.
Turns out they swapped the golf simulator for axe throwing.
Right.
I think that's
Gotcha.
a terrible investment because the kid who was working there was like, I've been working here for 3 weeks. You're the third people to come and throw axes in 3 weeks.
He just sits in the
He
room
just
all day.
sits there. I'm like,
Tough break.
wow. Anyway, I would have. I feel like the golf simulator would have more constant people.
Especially
I
when
don't
there's a golf course down the road.
know. Yeah, literally.
Like I guess there's not an axe throwing place down the road. There
Yeah,
probably
fair.
might be.
But I think
honestly.
the gimmick of axe throwing is kind of
it's dying out.
yeah,
Yeah.
as it should.
But yeah, you got your bucket, you finished your bucket, and then you left it on the
fucking
counter
left
and
the
walked.
bucket,
We left
yeah.
without it.
Womp womp.
Can't have nothing out here. But
Yeah. Had some really good food.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, a lot of beers.
Yep. Went back to the
And a rum
back
bucket.
to the camper and chilled out, drank.
The neighbor campers, I guess I'll
Yeah.
call them, Madeline and Matt. They're somewhat local to us. I noticed that Madeline had a Depew boat racing hat on, and I'm like, oh, that like makes sense. You must kind of be close to us. And then I saw her boyfriend Matt walking like around the pits because Matt wasn't racing; he was just spectating. And I'm like, man, you look familiar. And I didn't say that to him. I said it to her. And I like as I'm talking to her, I'm like, yeah, like I wonder why I know him. Maybe I bought something off Marketplace, whatever. I go on Facebook, I type his name in. We have 22 mutual friends. I'm like, okay, so
Yeah.
somewhere along, like sometime I've seen him. I just didn't know,
Yeah.
met him once, one time ever, and whatever. So.
Right.
But yeah,
right.
they were good. They were good dudes to hang out with. Yeah, we sat by the fire, aka the fire pit with no fire in it because it was still 90 fucking degrees outside at 9 at night. Yeah, hung out outside and bullshitted. Had a couple more beers and
yeah, till probably about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
camper's doing awesome. 2 times out, no fucking complaints at all. Honestly,
Other than
besides
trying to put
little
a twin air mattress on the floor.
little especially when you have an air mattress on the floor.
3 people and a dog.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with the setup.
The one downside is when you put an air mattress on the floor, you can't open the bathroom door anymore.
Nope.
Honestly, I should probably just take the fucking door off the bathroom.
Honestly,
Like-
yeah, or
Assert
honestly, like a
dominance,
curtain or
shit
something
with
would
the
be
door
way
off.
easier.
Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah,
'Cause there's
hard to
already-
even work. Like, and honestly, okay, no, but like even if you're inside of it, you don't want to shit in there when anybody else is. Like the
No.
only
This is
only
true.
case that I could think of is in the middle of the night and like you have to shit
Yeah.
and somebody else is already in there sleeping.
Right, but that's
Like,
where, like,
then you'll want a curtain. But for the most part, it's like fuck off, just look away. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's
I
like you're
gotta shit,
showering or
sorry.
whatever. You just slide the
Gotta
curtain over.
shit.
It's like
Yeah.
it's good enough.
right.
Yeah.
That'd probably be because the door opens outward into the open
Yeah.
area, and there isn't much open area.
Nope.
It always hits stuff. So.
Also, the bad thing to sleeping on the floor is if you accidentally leave a Yeti half full of an alcoholic beverage, and
Andy will spill it on you in the morning.
and Andy gets up to fucking do something.
It was the next morning.
Yeah, it
we
was-
were
yeah.
we were awake. I was like getting back on the bed, and my foot hit it.
yeah.
And it just splashes Marcus with fucking rum and coke.
I had
at
rum and coke
7:30
in my
a.m.
hair and all down my back, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm fucking getting up now.
This is how we do it, fellas.
Yeah, it was
my
a fun
man.
wake up call. Also, if you're gonna work on getting something for your fucking bathroom door, put a fucking blind on the door.
Oh yes.
Oh, the
yeah.
actual
The window on
Yes.
the actual camper door.
I
Yeah,
just
it was
got
bright as
sunlight
fuck,
just
yeah.
first thing in the morning.
That's
Yeah.
good
and I
for
was
you.
too fucking tired.
Brian, do you
to
have any
turn around.
black vinyl left over?
No, the piece I got for the roof was exactly
Fuck
the
it,
size.
just
If you remember,
tint
there
it.
was like a half-inch.
Fair. I do
plaster.
remember that. I just forgot.
We
Yeah.
used up
I don't have any
literally-
more either. So I
Just
didn't
order-
know.
Spray
Scrotum.
paint it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Spray paint it.
Yeah.
Oh. It's
Why
a
not?
brand new camper.
So
I'll
then
put
go to
vinyl on it.
Walmart and get the shitty like 5% tint.
It's rippled. It's a rippled
won't stick to
glass.
it.
I vinyl is about the only way. A 2x3 sheet of vinyl is $20. I just didn't
Yeah.
know if you had any.
No,
Extra.
I just scoop a piece off Amazon.
Yeah, that's
Get a
fine.
little chunk of Vivid
That's
or
cool.
whatever.
That's
A little chunk of
I don't
room.
got nothing though. But
Yeah.
Faux.
But yeah, we were kind of getting up and getting moving. Michael pulled up and through, started changing his wheels out and stuff. We all finally got moving, probably 8:30 ish in the morning.
Yeah, did a couple trips back and forth with the camper. Made sure Blue was ready to go for the day.
So we got up there and it's like I remember like we went up to the trailer, just kind of talked to people. It's like, hey, do you guys want to spread easy ups around the place?
Yeah.
for like each corner worker to be at. It's like, yeah, sure, I guess. He's like, well, Chris
The
has
easy
got-
ups were lifesavers.
Yeah.
By the way, they
Chris
were
brought
so
three
nice.
like super nice aluminum folding ones,
Yeah.
and then we had two of
$5
ours.
ones.
So we went and set one on each corner, 5 corners, 5 easy ups.
Yeah,
Nice.
worked
Went and
out
set
well,
those
I
up in the
think.
morning. That was awesome. To be just out of the sun, even if you were in it and you go out, check a corner, come back.
Yeah, run, fix a cone, come back. It was
The little bit of
so
difference.
nice.
90% of my day I stood outside
underneath it.
Outside
of it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You're a psychopath.
Yeah, what an
Well,
idiot.
What's wrong with you?
I was like the only person who had been to a
Oh,
rally event
yeah.
on corner 1.
To be fair, on corner 3, it was me and one guy who's done one other event. So.
Yeah, it was me and 3 other people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do you have so many people? This
four
sucks.
other
Yeah, what the
people.
fuck?
One of them was media, and one of them was
Oh, okay. They're a spotter.
spotter.
For the media
So
guy.
I had 2 people who stood there,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
so I was running the radio for the first time. So I was just like, okay, I'm just
Just trying to figure things out.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, fair. But no, the easy being in any sort of shade makes a big difference. Of course, I'm wearing a long sleeve jersey and jeans and a big old
Yeah.
floppy sun hat. So
Nope.
it's like
Yep.
I'm warm, but I'm not burning. And
Yeah.
I will take that every
yeah.
time
Yeah.
versus being miserable the whole next
Yeah, I didn't
week.
get
but-
sunburnt at all. Also, because every time that we came in and switched, I put another layer of sunscreen on.
I put one layer on in the morning and I didn't burn either.
No.
I did get a haircut this week. There is a sunburn line mostly because of like when I was between the weekend and then being at work the week before too, being out in the sun. Like
Yep.
there is just a noticeable line in the back of my head of like where the sun stopped.
I believe the kids call that a smooth move.
Hell yeah, brother.
a low
but,
tip
yeah.
of fade.
All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's get
Meat
into
and
race
taters.
day.
Yeah.
So, race day, there was competition. It was a tough day of racing.
People
start to finish.
Especially for
standing
me,
Especially-
in a class of my
Business.
own.
Let's
Actually,
just start.
sorry.
Let's start and finish with Andy's. We'll
Yeah,
get
fair.
yours.
Practice. There was my competition there. He was
Correct.
in prepared all-wheel drive.
I have some pictures that I took during practice. Let me see if I can find his
prepared
car.
all-wheel drive. It's a 05 Legacy GT. It's
Who was taking pictures?
It's a
Me.
turbo.
This was during practice.
Turbo 2.5 with a 6-speed. has rally lights on the front. Like I'm like, all right, cool. I finally get to face somebody. Actually, there was two drivers.
Yeah.
Two people in this car.
who were at least practicing in it.
Yeah.
I forgot if one or two of them were signed up.
It sounded like they were going to race it.
Yeah.
As well.
Nice.
Spoiler alert for them. They blew a boot or something, and they lost boost towards the end of practice on Saturday, so they did not end up racing on Sunday. So I had a class of my own again.
Once again.
Did you
Boo
shoot an
fucking
auto?
who.
I just shot.
I
ran-
want
it
the
was-
competition. Every time I have to refer back to either stock all or
Or mod
modified,
all.
yeah, mod all, mod front,
Yeah.
all the things.
Look, man, I just remember last year, like the first race that we went to, there was like, what?
in prepared all.
No,
or
in stock.
there was four
was,
cars.
like,
You and
Four
Brian
cars.
went to the first one.
Yeah,
is
there
when
was-
you missed out on.
There was
it.
4 cars. You got third out of 4.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Beat
then,
some guy in a Porsche.
yeah, Porsche car 2024, baby. Drove like a Sally.
Says the guy who didn't get a trophy.
Fuck you.
Ooh.
So, like, stock all-wheel drive this year has just exploded.
every class this year.
Yeah.
Other
the
than
last
prepared.
2 events have been completely full.
But
Well,
it's like,
we did
fuck.
drop it from 50 to 40, but yes, still
Yes,
it has been.
I
full.
like to have a couple people, but man, when I gotta
You have, like,
fucking
8
race
people.
against 8 fucking people, it's
Yeah.
real. It's a swift kick in the fucking nuts.
And there's a 21 WRX and like a 24.
There's-
and there's
Yeah.
like
there,
Yeah.
okay,
a handful
so
of newer WRXs.
there were 3, like 21 and 22 WRXs.
Yes.
that were in.
Well, hey,
this
also
year.
Mike Herrera was not there with his gold WRX
Yes.
as 03, so that's another guy who's faster.
Silver.
You didn't have to worry.
Silver.
You said gold.
Yeah,
It's goldish silver.
Michael Herrera?
Yes, it's
It's
not
straight
it's
silver.
not
Silver.
silver.
It is
not.
100%
Yes, it
straight
is.
silver.
Go find some old pictures.
my
I
God.
I
is-
promise you, it's goldish silver.
It is straight silver.
Swear it's old. It's older. It is a goldish silver.
What's his car number?
I don't. I should know that. 30 something.
82.
search it. Oh, okay.
I swear.
Brother.
Straight silver.
Straight
That's
silver.
silver.
It's just dusty silver, but that is straight up silver.
It's not as silver as I remember.
it's covered in dust. Look how much dust is on
Well,
the
maybe that's why I think it's gold. I don't know.
Yeah, it's always dusty. He has gold wheels for it, I think, for like his street tires, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's silver as hell. I'll be honest.
Mike, I hope you're listening. I hope you send like a
He'll be like,
like
no,
well, it'll be
Right.
like it'll be like Michael's color where it's like it's green and then it's gold and then it's fucking
but
whatever
that's,
the shit
that's
it is.
champagne
Silver,
gold
yeah.
metallic. This
Maybe
is
that's
just silver.
maybe this is champagne silver metallic. Who
No,
knows?
it's
just
just
straight
straight
silver.
silver.
You just have autism. It's okay.
You're yeah.
Regardless. So, how did your racing go? Since you're racing by yourself, what happened? You want to go
What
through?
happened?
Yeah, there's only a couple.
You have 2 videos, I believe.
No, there's a yeah.
Oh, there's
of
2
the
of
race,
your. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll have to play both. I'll be honest.
We'll start with the first one. And we'll just watch how it went.
Yeah. So I was in the first heat of racing. You guys are on
Yes.
course first.
Correct.
I was the only one of us on.
Yeah. Yep.
Racing first.
You were in
so-
the first heat. We were in the second
But yeah,
heat.
go ahead and play it. I guess
Your
I
GPS
was-
data is still corrupt, so whenever your screen stopped working on the front of yours, I think it broke your GPS too.
Aw.
So it just left one dot in the corner of the map, so you don't get GPS data.
Okay. Cool.
Haha.
So-
Womp womp.
Race car. So yeah, we start on the inside line instead of
Yeah,
from the
this is
outside.
backwards from the practice loop essentially.
Pretty much.
The yoke did smooth out. I feel like, or we're just
We
going
were-
slower through.
We were
it,
on
so-
it. We were just a little bit off of it.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember.
Limiter, all the limiter.
Bless you, Marcus.
Excuse
The really tight gate.
I want to point
Very,
this out.
very tight gate.
It's on the exit of this hairpin horseshoe down at
Yes,
the
it's
bottom.
the lower bowl corner, which we've referred to a lot. It's typically a full throttle corner, regardless of which way you go into it.
especially on the way out of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas now coming out of it, you have
This
to be
is
in
this was the
tight
first
gate.
setup where it was very tight to the inside, to where you almost had like not full stop, but you have to slow down a lot to make the radius
Yeah.
to not hit the cones for the gate.
It's like if you're on throttle, it'll push you wider than this gate
Yes.
usually.
Yes.
That will become prevalent later.
I must have hit that cone because I did get a cone this run.
You were all up on it, yeah.
I definitely hit a cone this run.
You can make up for it with bravery, though.
I try my best every run. So much dust.
So very dusty.
I did like this course layout though.
I did.
Yeah,
a
it
lot
was
too.
good.
This is like the first run of the day. This is how
Yeah.
dusty it is already.
Yeah. I was number 5 or 6 in line
Yeah.
besides the practice laps. This was a very rough corner. They pushed it out eventually, or no, they sucked it in.
They
sorry.
sucked it in because we were
for
running
the, for
in
the second
grass.
for the second session.
long course, a lot of kind of double back-ish sections, horseshoes. Like, it felt good.
two lane spots
Yes.
essentially.
And I do want to add to that. So if you want to stop coming up here.
Right here where the
Yeah.
green cones are.
So
Yeah.
when we were setting up all the easy ups, Michael was driving.
Yeah.
And at one point, because we, just followed the course and kind of, okay, this is where corner 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 are all going to be.
Right.
We got really fucking confused at this point because there were
were
no
orange
green
cones.
cones. They were
Yeah.
all orange cones. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
are these gates or are these walls or, what
It
are
was a
these?
little confusing. At
Meanwhile,
first.
me and Brian are doing the.
No, I was with them. I was in the passenger seat of Michael's car doing the easy
Yeah.
ups.
Who was? Oh, me and you were walking.
No,
then.
we finished.
was I
We
walking
came
with?
back after the
And
easy
then
ups,
we walked.
caught up with you.
Oh,
And then
okay,
we
yeah,
walked.
okay.
Went
I was
for a
like, because it was
course
just me
walk.
and you who
Yeah.
did the course walk.
You and Marcus. I was with Michael.
Okay, yeah. I'll say 2 of us did the course
Yeah,
walk,
we
and I was
split
like, oh
off.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
But
yeah,
so-
as we were walking is when we talked about it, and then Joe Terrian doing the
official course walk.
yeah, the official new
Because we
driver
went up
course
to
walk.
Joe
Novice.
afterwards and was like,
Novice course.
Novice course walk. Yeah,
we went up to Joe after we did our course walk and was like, hey,
yeah.
can we please swap these out
Yeah.
for green
Joe
pointers
said
and green
he was
walls?
planning on doing that.
And
We
then-
all 4 of us
Yeah.
said we kind of want to do this. So then
Yeah.
we went out, swapped the cones.
So look at us.
yeah,
Look at us.
we're
being
trying to be
useful.
safe-minded.
Helping, well, that was a very confusing corner.
it was.
before we set those up.
Just as long as we don't have to be safety stewards.
Yeah, man, I'll
Yeah.
help set up easy ups and set up cones and do course changes, but please.
Well,
don't
I kind
give me
of
the
threw you both of you under
responsibility.
the bus because I'm like, during the summer, I don't have enough free time to make sure I can come to these events and shit, and also to actually do the
Have
safety
time
class.
to be useful. Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe Marcus and Brian will do it because they have
No,
free time.
I
or
do
whatever.
enough classes.
Marcus loves
throughout the
taking
year.
online classes.
No.
Well,
Speaking of
it's
that,
one class, and I think it's good
Let's
for like
finish
2 or 3
his.
years.
Let's finish his lap before you speak of that.
yeah, it'll only take a minute. It'll be quick. Speaking of that, I think Sunday I got a notification through our calendar app that my drone recurrent was due this week. So
Love that.
I had to do my drone course. Thank God the drone recurrent test is all online. It's only like 45 questions. And I found a Quizlet for it. So I just bang, 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 bang.
Nice.
All it is like your basic stuff. And then like, hey, this changed. And it's like 2 questions.
Here's the updates from last
Yeah.
year's. Yeah.
So
fair
yeah.
enough.
The test has
Actually,
been
can
the
you-
same since
Can you
21.
rewind this a little bit.
Absolutely. Where do you want me to rewind it
Just
to?
a couple seconds.
Sure.
Perfect.
We'll go before we
There you
get into this
Yep.
section. Okay. Ready?
Yeah, so we'll go through the
You can
green
see the
cones
green
we were
cones,
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this is when the carnage is going to happen.
Oh no.
That was the cone.
Oh no.
You hit it right
Oh,
there.
fuck.
Give us a
Why
little
did I?
volume,
Why
please.
was I shifting?
Oh.
It either popped out of gear or something.
You're probably going to second.
It
You were
must
moving.
have
I was
popped.
trying. I
Oh,
forgot
fuck,
if I was in
think the
first or
trans are
second.
gone.
Give us
God
a volume,
damn it.
please.
Oh.
This is me desperately trying to get it in any gear.
I lost second. Fuck.
And third.
And third eventually I get it into. Fourth and fifth I wasn't able to try, and reverse is gone.
Reverse is
Oh,
gone?
it's fucking
All,
gone.
yeah, I only have first gear ideally. First and maybe third.
Shit.
But it takes a long time to find third.
So now, mind you, I'm on the first
I think
corner,
I
so
only have first gear.
I've seen Andy start,
If that. Oh my
finish,
God.
and then go, where the
Well-
fuck is he going?
Oh.
Didn't you just put this transmission in?
No.
This is. He's got
Oh
one.
no,
to,
it was an engine.
he's got one to
something.
replace
Yeah.
this.
I don't have reverse, do I? No.
You can
Oh,
hear him in there. Just.
There's maybe.
The tism is
Eventually I
speaking.
turn the camera. It should be
Yeah.
here very
Any
soon.
second now. Yeah. Just trying to jam it into gear.
This is bad. Oh, okay. It's still in gear.
I didn't know it. The pattern is just gone. There's nothing left.
Fuck.
wore out.
Beyond wore out at this point. There. Here we
I don't know
go.
if you can see this. How
Is this
well
during
it
rally or practice?
No,
This is
during
Sunday. This is
the
the
event.
race.
Okay.
First works.
Nope. Third? Nope.
Oh, you can't even hear me hitting like the in betweens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it where it's trying to go in.
You can see it testing each
I
gear.
thought it hit second there. I'm like,
Damn,
oh.
straight shorking it.
Got the radio crank.
Then I'm like, oh, let's rev match it a little bit. You know, get the gears
a
spinning.
little bit of
Alright, well.
momentum.
And first isn't in the
no.
normal spot
Alright, well.
either. So I'm like, where the hell am I at?
I got first gear.
I got first gear.
Sick.
Nope, nothing.
Immediately
I'm
pops
double.
out.
I'm two-handed trying to like maybe if I bang it in there, it'll
Immediately popped out a
pop
second.
in.
You are literally putting your body weight on the shifter, and it's
Yeah.
not going.
Which, for anybody who doesn't know, the Subaru shifters are like a complicated setup. Oh, I should have sent you this fucking. Should I do it quickly?
You could. You just sent it to me on Facebook.
Yeah.
You got your lap 2 video. Do you want me to pull that up?
I'm
while you're
very,
sending
I'm
it?
very interested.
Okay,
to
it
see
already
your
sent.
lap too.
So
To
if you
what,
can-
my Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Subaru transmissions are or like
Junk.
the shifting linkages are fucking complicated. It's basically 2 bars that run opposite directions because the actual input of where the shifter is, it's not like a regular transmission where it's
Directly
a plate
below.
that goes on
Yes.
top of it. They are it's one that goes forward, one that runs back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it together.
So it's
So
yeah.
It's
that's
actually
fucking
moving it
crazy.
the opposite way that the
Yes.
shifter's moving,
yes,
kind of.
it's complicated
Because
Like,
instead of just
very.
having a cable shifter like most normal front wheel or
Yeah.
front engine cars have like this,
Yeah.
it's
Thanks,
just like,
Japan.
no, let's just add linkage everywhere. This does look rather complicated.
Well, and turns out, so now I bought all the parts. I bought all the bushings. I bought the universal joint, and I was gonna buy a short throw shifter and like a bunch of other shit. I bought I was gonna buy it all from I think it's called cartboy.com.
sounds about
Or
right.
Cartboy parts, whatever.
Sounds Subaru-ish.
That does sound.
Was
super
gonna
good.
buy that. Then I found it all not even less than a third of the price on fucking Amazon. I'm like, all right,
Nice.
It's probably the exact same kit.
well, no, like there is a noticeable difference, but at the same time, I'm like, it's a cheap car. I don't need that.
But for a
good
third of the
shit.
price, I could replace it 3 times.
Well, and I'm like, well, I'm worried about a $150 core charge for this car.
Yeah.
I was going to spend a $200 fucking short throw and bushing
bushings,
kit,
yeah.
and it didn't have the universal joint either. I had to buy that separate still.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to spend $60 on Amazon and buy
be
all
done.
the bushings, and the shifter length it's going to be the same shifter length.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
be
Like,
fine,
I don't
yeah.
mind that part
Yeah.
of
You're
it, honestly.
used to it at least.
Yeah.
If it had gears you could click into, that'd probably be a
Yeah,
little
and then
nicer.
bushings that like aren't falling apart would be cool too.
Yeah.
so.
The amount of difference that'll make up in it will be life-changing.
Yeah, so like when I have the transmission out to replace it, I'm going to be putting all these bushings and universal joint and everything in, and it should
Make
be
it-
Wow.
pretty nice.
Make
I
it
hope.
shift nicely. Maybe you don't
Hopefully,
chew up
yes.
another gear.
so
we're
lap,
hoping so.
So then you came up for lap 2?
I did come out for lap 2 because I fucked around for a minute and I'm like, well, I can try. Like maybe it'll fucking fall in again. I don't know. You never know.
Maybe it's just bound up.
Transmissions
Now,
do goofy shit sometimes.
I
Who
will
knows?
say, when you took off, I immediately knew something was very much fucked up.
Okay, the
You
audience
can-
will,
you
the
can
audience
hear it.
will figure out why. Go ahead.
Okay. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Wow. All right.
Oh yeah. First it bogs off the line. I'm
Yeah.
like, shit. That actually that's just my fuel problem. That just comes and goes sometimes.
Yeah, your throttle position sensor and stuff. Just
who
everything's a little
knows?
weird. All the limiter.
Damn.
So I'm
Well,
listening to this,
That's all I got. So
and I'm like, huh.
way smoother through that corner though.
Way smoother.
My times were actually identical through all of this. to be fair.
He's really on the limiter.
And trying to
this.
find second aggressively.
a couple times, yeah.
I think this corner specifically is like, Jesus, shift already.
I can't.
Turns out,
Oh, I don't know if you saw this. I put up the number 1. I'm like, it's stuck in first.
I couldn't see that through your window, no.
Yeah, I figured.
Because I was on the corner, the easy up right before this corner, not this.
Okay, yeah. Yep. I saw you. I'm like, I'm stuck in it. Only has first.
You're like, I'm in first place.
well, yeah. Number 1.
just first, you're last.
Just winging the thing in only first.
Yeah.
Welcome to my club.
Pretty much. He's just doing it way faster somehow.
I had a 90 flat or some shit.
Seems actually pretty good, you know.
It was decent. It just wish I had a little bit of second.
If I had a little bit more sauce in it.
I'm also just kind of winging it like all over the corners and shit.
Just letting it slide, you know.
Is hot, by the way. This is the only time I've ever seen the temp gauge hit the H.
Oh,
So,
So,
note on mine.
yeah.
Because,
you
you
want to
know.
go to yours now?
Yeah, we can go to mine.
Okay, so Andy broke his transmission.
Yeah.
Junk.
Fucked.
Correct.
After 2 runs, you parked it.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gave up.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I can go. Oh, yeah, and then I parked it after the. Yeah, we did 3 laps.
3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. We only did 6 total. 'cause
Yeah.
It was so hot.
Yes, and then I jumped in with.
You went in 3 cars. You got in the orange Subaru, the Lexus, and the ARA Civic.
That's afternoon, yeah.
Yes.
I also jumped in with
Weisenhunt, the Audi. The Audi.
I forget. I forget if it was. Yeah, I definitely jumped in the Audi.
Yeah, I thought you got in the Audi.
I jumped in the Audi at least once.
Right. But you didn't get a GoPro on
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So yes. Okay. Both of them I did. I did William Bettinger with the built Subaru.
Yeah, you've got a video for that one.
I did that also in the morning class without GoPro, just because I
Gotcha.
didn't take it off the windshield and whatnot. I wasn't worried about it. I was like, I want to have fun because now I'm just doing nothing. I also thought this was going to be 4 runs, so I thought I had more time. So yeah, in the morning session, I still jumped in with William in the built Subaru,
Yep.
and then also the other modified all-wheel drive guy, which is an Audi. Which what was his name?
Weisenhunt, I think.
It sounds familiar.
Jameson something.
Yes, that does sound
Scroll.
familiar.
It's not at the bottom.
Not all.
Yeah, Jameson Weisenhunt. Okay,
Yep,
look at me.
Yeah,
Low numbers.
an 01 Audi A4 fast.
Exposed intercooler,
yes.
chrome red wrapping some parts. It looks nice.
Yeah, it was a good run for all the modified all guys.
Couldn't hop in with Ben Howe because he doesn't have a passenger seat.
Yeah, I told him that. I'm like, man, it's not that much weight. Come on,
Come on, man. I think like several people came up to ride with him throughout like the practice and
Yeah.
stuff, and he's like, I don't have a seat.
I
can't.
wanted to run with Adam Deshane,
Yeah,
but he had like his younger brother or nephew,
Sure.
somebody who was related to the Deshane clan.
yeah, they had like a younger cousin. kinda.
who was riding with him all day. So I'm like, I'll leave.
I
Him.
won't
I'll
kick
leave.
out a
I'll leave
child.
him in it. I guess
That's fair.
This time.
Yeah. So yeah, you did your 2 runs, broke your stuff.
Yeah.
Still got
did
first,
2 ride-alongs in the morning, and then I'm like, well, time to load the fucking Subaru up, I guess.
Yeah, you're like, well, I guess I'm done. There ain't nothing left to do with this car.
Yep. So
And just hopped in with other cars.
figured I don't also want to do an engine while doing the transmission, so I might as well not overheat it and blow it up.
I just keep
So,
stuffing it on the limiter for runs
Yeah.
for no
Beat
reason.
the fuck out of it.
He kind of
I did for one.
So you
I do
did.
all the time, but
Yeah.
I try my best.
So what'd you drive here today?
I've been driving my truck all week.
Oh,
yeah.
see.
The goal is to finish the blue Subaru, which is not that far off from being drivable. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you ran 2 90 point whatevers. So yeah.
Yeah.
You were consistently slow
90 and a half
broken
with a cone and 90.1
without a cone.
without a cone.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
Park it after you're like, yeah, it's probably done here.
So yeah, I just
Woken.
don't feel like putting a motor in this, so
Yeah.
we'll stick with just the transmission.
All right, Marcus, what were you talking about before you left?
I forgot.
God,
Yeah.
you said something about first gear.
Oh, well, no, not first gear. I was more
Okay.
talking about heat.
Oh,
yeah.
So
yeah.
surprisingly,
You have a digital gauge now too.
I
to
do
actually,
have a
like,
little
keep
the
track
same
of.
thing Michael has. So I think my peak or my warning temp was set at like 220.
okay, that's a pretty standard-ish temperature
Yeah,
to hit.
you know, getting up there.
especially on a 100-degree day out.
On a 100-degree day, running the AC, it never warned.
It never hit the limit.
No.
That's impressive.
The highest I saw it get was 217.
That's not bad at all.
And then the
Considering-
minute I would pull into the pits with the AC on idling, it would go back to like 185.
It kicked the fans on, pull all the
Yes.
heat out of the radiator. I got
So
you.
yeah, that was the hottest she ever got.
That's not bad because last year you boiled over in a practice day.
Yeah, if I ran 2 good laps, well, good then.
Yeah.
Back to back, I was overheating.
Right. So the new engine is much better.
Much better.
It's
much
not-
happier.
Not dumping all the coolant out of it and then
Nope.
just getting hot.
Yeah. No.
When there's coolant in the system, it cools off way nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you know, when exhaust doesn't get into your cooling system and push all the coolant out,
that also
kind
helps.
of helps. So
Yeah.
yeah, didn't overheat at all. Super proud of myself.
Super awesome about that.
super awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very cool. Go to
Um,
your footages.
Yeah.
Do you have anywhere you'd like to start at?
Just we can go.
360 camera GoPro.
Let's go 360 race 1.
Okay, race 1.
So let me take a peek here.
You looking at your times?
Yes.
Okay.
So my first lap was a 94.432.
Look at the dust.
There was a lot of dust. Also, you know, practice the day before. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, peep the water bottles in the back that I totally forgot to take out.
Maybe you should clean out your car.
Yeah.
No, we found those on the course. I think on during the
Oh,
practice.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
Fair.
I was the one who threw them in
Yeah. Littering into his car.
there. Hell yeah! Fuck.
Just whining out first gear.
Yeah. So I stayed in first.
Everybody corrects for them.
They're tight.
They are.
They were
I don't
tight.
think anybody expected that. Honestly.
Which as a spoiler, Michael didn't expect them there at all.
And missed again.
He went wide on the gate his first lap,
missed.
which is a
Yeah.
10-second penalty to start the day.
Yeah.
So off his first run, he was pretty bummed. Basically starting at a 10-second deficit.
Right.
So kind of my goal, well, what I ended up doing is I would flat foot all the way out, wait till it was hitting the limiter, and then back off like a quarter inch so it was right before that limiter would start kicking in,
Yeah.
just to kind of, I don't know, help.
It sounds like you're letting off fully. Just from the sound I'm hearing. But yes, I know what you mean.
Oh, there were
Yeah.
times where I was letting off
Yeah,
and
but-
braking just a hair. Just to kind of help scrub speed. But I wanted to stay in first because during
yeah.
practice, I tried going between 1 and 2, and just where the torque converter grabs and finally takes over, it's just not worth it.
Because it won't. Well, the big problem that you were having is that it wouldn't shift back from second to first
Quick enough.
Yeah, you'd
Yep.
shift and it would just sit there and be like, I don't know. Because as long as there's load
I
on it,
wonder-
it's tight, so it doesn't want
I
to
wonder.
jump.
You should look into like the Jeep Cherokee. There's it's called TCM. You can wire it in. You can basically have it's
Oh,
my
lock
triple
your-
my triple
I know what
switch
you're
setup
talking
I had on,
about.
on my old
you
one.
can force a solenoid to trigger to
Yeah.
jump it from first to second.
I
or
wonder
back
if you
and
don't
forth.
fucking do that. Like there's look in the rules and see like there's no like you can't manipulate an automatic to shift like a manual, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's done that before.
Yeah, but I wonder how much wear and tear that's going to put on it.
No more than you
well,
put full throttle.
the
into a
good
corner.
part about like at least the Jeep one, I was able to also switch it into regular driving mode. Or yeah, it only worked like that if you were in like technically first gear.
if you're in like the detent
Yeah.
for 1, 2,
Yeah,
or
and then
3,
when you put it in regular drive,
It's
whatever
normal.
the switches were doing didn't matter.
Gotcha.
then it would use
I'll have to look
logic
into
to
that.
control.
Yeah, I
it,
was like, and like I said, I look into the Jeep Cherokee one to see like maybe nobody's done it before, but maybe the wiring and whatnot is also the same for your Subaru. And
Maybe.
worst case, you fix your wiring that goes back to the TCM, or you have to replace the CTM if it burns up.
yeah, you just
I
check
got
it.
a spare one of them.
That's
Exactly,
true.
exactly.
So-
So
You
Yeah.
can just check it
Yeah.
and see what it does.
Yeah.
Would be nice to be able to like force it one way or the
Well,
other.
and I remember at one point when I was doing
or
a
at
lot
least,
of
and all you have to
research-
really do is just first and second too. Like
Yeah.
I had a torque converter lockout too, like just in case,
they have the
I
option
copied
for
something.
it.
I copied something
Yes.
online that was like it was full manual everything, especially so you can torque converter third gear as well as 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's just a combination of switches. However,
Yeah.
however you had one was
Yes, because
Per
all
solenoid,
it is a voltage that the ECU's or the TCU is reading, and then
Yeah.
that determines where it's at.
yeah.
I
so,
do remember me looking up because in like Michael's Subaru, he has VDC, VDT,
VVT,
VVT.
variable valve timing.
yeah,
But there's also like a power mode or whatever where it it basically it locks the torque converter down.
yeah, it's
so
a
you're-
button
Your
on the
shifting is
dash
higher,
or near the shifter,
and I think there's a way
it's like
that
tow haul mode.
yes,
kind of.
essentially.
that I'm able to. You ground a separate pin out, but I never dug into
Yeah.
it too
It
far.
basically triggers it into like sport mode. Almost,
Yeah.
where it's just like, hey, we need
Yeah.
all the power you can deliver.
yeah, so I don't know. That might be something I could look
So
at.
yeah, it's worth
but-
looking into at least. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because well, you want to go to your second gear lap, race number 3. See, you can see the difference
Yes.
in how the car
so,
drives. And
I
shifts
will
and
say
moves.
I did not specifically shift into second, but I
Oh,
want
okay.
everybody to just kind of listen to how the RPM sound,
Mhm.
and then we'll talk about it after.
Sure. Such a dog off the start.
Brake boost, baby. What year is your car? 03.
2.
02.
You could just manual swap it.
Yo.
Sounds like a lot of fucking work.
They exist. All the parts are out there. Oh, not bad through the. Oh, not great.
Oh.
You like had the line going.
Which one was this? 3?
Yeah. It's a lot of RPM. I like it. Staying bold.
According to this, you have 411 gears.
Yes. But a 270 or like a 260 first gear.
278 first.
Yeah. That's just winging that thing out.
Damn.
Just wait till we get to my last lap. Well, my last 2.
Sure. So where are you placing at these current moments in time?
So this would
be lap 3.
Lap 3?
Like, where were you in the pack?
Oh, at that point I was like 2nd.
Okay. I was just, I wasn't watching your guys' times. I was so focused on my stuff.
So this run.
I wasn't putting
wait,
up
hold on.
times, so.
Listen.
Yeah.
Can you go back about 10 seconds? Sorry.
Lots of ball.
More?
No. Just listen. Notice how low the RPM is.
It's just chugging.
Like at this point, I'd be on the limiter.
Yeah.
And now it's getting into its power band.
It's like it forced it into second gear.
There. Then it picked up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I remember talking to you a little bit during our
during lunch break or whatever.
Well, whatever.
At some point.
And it's like it was not in fucking second gear because I remember looking down and like pulling on it like what the fuck.
The lever wasn't in second.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if like at one point I pushed it a little too hard and like overloaded the torque converter and it took over into second. You know,
either like
solenoid is a solenoid. If it gets too much pressure, it's gonna go.
It fail-safed up into second,
Yes.
or the fluid's getting hot and it wasn't, loading up properly.
Something
was a bit weird.
Yeah. Never did it again throughout the day. So I mean, maybe the linkage down underneath just moved a little
with how
bit.
tight that linkage fits together. I can't
The
imagine.
linkage fits on there to the arm, but you have to remember there's a bushing around that.
Yeah,
So
but it wasn't bad.
you only move that stick about yay much to go from first to second.
Yeah, sure.
So maybe
Maybe your D10's a little bit
maybe
closer.
who knows?
Yeah.
maybe underneath your shifter in the car.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It popped.
there could be something
there could be play
in there rather than the
Yeah.
one on the transmission.
So
also. Well, because that's
one,
what I'm doing. That thing I sent you.
Yeah.
There's fucking 5 sets of bushings
Yes.
I have to replace in order to get rid
Tighten
of all
that
of the
up.
fucking slop.
You can't do one. You have to do all of them.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Well, like one isn't going to fix the slop if they're
No.
all that bad.
and you're
Correct,
already in
yeah.
there at that point.
yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that one was a 90.880. So at this point, I had already picked up like
What, 4 seconds or something?
3.5.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But
It's a good,
basically 4 seconds.
a good average improvement.
I had
rate.
90.1
Yeah, in first gear.
in first gear, baby.
So I mean, you're right there with him.
yeah.
So if we want to go to 5.
5.
Yes.
Is that your fast lap?
No.
Oh.
This is my second fast lap.
Okay.
But I mean, there should, and then we can play the GoPro possibly because it might show it a little bit better.
Sure, that's fine. We can. That's all. That's what we're here for,
Yeah.
is just to kill
So,
time. So
This lap itself was a 87.070.
okay.
Oh yeah, we did pull in the very back corner. We pulled that in
Just a
for the
little bit.
course change.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And there was
the
like one
hayfield
other
corner.
Yeah, there was like one other corner that changed.
It changed a little bit. But
Yeah, they just kind of scooted some stuff around.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't know if it was 3 seconds of scooting, but still.
Yeah. Maybe a second total, but
Yeah.
But yeah, that back corner too, it was getting so bad because it was so rough out where it was at the start of the day. They pulled it in 10 feet. That line was immediately smoother. That was just me doing ride-alongs. I'm like, oh, this is so much better.
Actually nails the corner this time.
Hell yeah. There's pointer cones on the outside of the gate now.
They did add pointer cones, yes.
The cameras really don't do it justice, but I was fucking hauling ass.
This straight is long and fast. There's
Yeah,
a
well,
lot
it's
of
a
speed.
it's a kind of straight.
It's a straight-ish slalom.
It was a kind of straight, and then once you're going like following along the tree line there, then it's another long straight. So you're already kind of going, and then you're back into.
I think I was towards the top of second going through there. Like cool Subaru limiter.
Wapow, wapow. Just dogging.
This was a very soft area of the
Yes.
course.
With no moisture, it just all dusted and powdered.
Yeah, so it did. You do have to kind of trudge along through it.
There you go.
Nice.
Actually starting to get after it.
Yeah.
Look at you.
So now, if we want to go to my lap 7,
there
sorry,
was not,
6.
So there was not a 7.
So
Okay.
this was my fastest time of the day.
Sure.
I did unfortunately take out a cone.
So you're saying it wasn't your fastest time of the day. Because that is what that means.
Fastest time, not
technically.
fastest, or fastest run, not
Fastest
fastest
run,
time.
not fastest time.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this run was an 86.836.
There you go.
So I shaved another
Another
quarter of a
second-ish,
second
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
But then, of course, I hit a cone, so that's a second added back on.
2 seconds added on.
So at every single point in today, I went down in time.
you consistently
Yeah.
got faster.
Because I went from a 94.4 to a 91.2 to a 90.8 to an 89.4 to an 87.0 to an 86.8 plus 1.
And that is literally the goal, is
Yeah.
to get faster consistently.
So you need some
I
seat
was
time.
I was pretty proud of myself.
So the more you do it, the
throughout
faster
today.
you get. That's the plan anyway.
Well, and again, my first one this year, I was kind of babying her to make sure she was going to hold up. And now after this, she ain't going to overheat.
she's good. If it didn't overheat this day, it's not going
Yeah.
to. It was brutal.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe another one in like July and August might be close,
But
but
I don't know if it'll be this hot again
yeah,
this
it's
year. It was
it's
bad.
hot.
Oh, overdrove the corner.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it came out a little wide, but I hammered down.
Do you know
through this
what
corner.
cone you hit?
We're about to find out.
It'll show it. I tracked it.
Oh, you try. Oh, because you
Ah,
got 360
yeah,
cam. You
there
can
you
turn
go.
around. You're flailing the thing. To the audio listeners, it sounds like
I'm
he's
sorry.
going. He sounds like he's going really fast.
I'm really not. If you are in that thing, it's like, holy fuck, this thing's flying. But
Inside the car, you were hauling ass. Outside, you're like, oh, it's a car.
Did it?
It says cone in the title.
Did it not? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Coming up here.
You're just making things up. Oh,
Oh,
big
yeah.
drift. Yeah.
Doink.
Oh,
Oh,
yep.
he smoked it out. Yep, an inside cone.
That damn dust buildup, I tell you what.
Throwing the car around, though.
If you, and then there's another one where I kicked up a pretty good, it's labeled dust if you want to
This is a quick
scroll
little-
through that real fast. And then if we can just play the GoPro of that last one.
Okay, race 2 dust. Do you know where it's at in here?
I think it's like towards the middle. You can just play it too. It's fine. It's only like a minute.
Okay, I skipped ahead a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
there we go.
do you know what corner it was?
No, not specifically. It was like midnight when I was editing.
That's
so-
fair. I mean, everything was dust.
Well,
There
this
was-
corner here is corner of topic, right where the tree line starts.
where
Right
this
where I'm
dust is right
currently.
here. Yeah.
Because if you remember from last episode, that's where I full stopped
Yes.
because of the dust wave, because I was following
Travis and his
with his Lexus. That does come up here at this event as well.
Yeah.
So I kind of.
But you know, you got to remember that 360 is like 2 foot back behind the entire length of the car.
Sure.
So I was kind of surprised I kicked up that much dust.
It's like it's
It,
basically
it
blocking.
literally covered the entire camera at one point.
Oh damn.
Come on, it's coming.
Probably
up.
this.
Yeah,
one of these two up here for sure.
It's. I know it was on the driver's side, so it's got to be this next corner.
Look at just a cloud behind it already.
Yep, there it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Covered it. Yep.
So, all right, yeah. If we want to go to the GoPro, my last one.
Okay, of lap 6 of your GoPro.
Yes.
Return to the lap. Oh, you didn't get one.
Oh, poo.
You recorded 5 laps on your GoPro.
Whoops.
I don't
so
know.
One
I
of
don't,
them was wrong.
I don't know which one you're missing.
Go to 5.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, 5 is the last one either way. So
yeah.
that might be
I'm like, I don't know
it.
which, but like you had 5 runs. I'm like, well, that doesn't do me any good. Go to lap 6. I don't know what that is. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Oh, like fucking Mean Girls.
Excuse me.
The fucking the something does not exist when they're doing the mathletes shit. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I quoted Mean Girls this morning on Snapchat. I had a pink Red Bull. I'm like or that was yesterday. On Wednesdays we wear pink.
There you go.
But anyway,
But
Very cool. Ooh.
big bump.
There's some large bumps. Stuff in your car from everywhere.
Oh, just wait until we get to this back corner and you just fucking watch me wheeling.
Wheeling, crossing your hands over too much. Gotta keep them separate.
Oh, just wait. Yeah, because my gearbox is...
I know, but I'm just telling you things. Oh, throwing the wheel at it. Let's go. So much limiter. You're doing 35 or whatever on the limiter. That's pretty good. Look at you.
I'm pretty good at slinging that thing back and forth.
It's the gears in the simulator.
Bonk.
Grabs the shifter like he's going to do something with it.
Because I was
Yeah,
making
like-
sure that it was back and forth.
Stabilizing.
Yeah. Brace as he's pulling on the gear shift.
So this was...
The interior view makes it look so hectic, though.
Yeah. This was the one where I was stuck.
Yeah, there it is.
Hey, that's what the limiter's there for you to
Yeah.
use it.
They put it there for a reason.
They wouldn't put it there. if they
There,
didn't
I
need you to
think
use
there
it.
was at one point I was like, "Fuck yeah, good time."
There was one of those for sure. I think it was one of your like fours
So-
or whatever. But yeah,
yeah.
not too shabby.
Hell yeah, brother.
Stock all-wheel drive. How did the placing work
So,
out?
Gavin Boyer,
If you say so.
Booher.
I'll pull it up on here.
That most likely, yeah.
Booer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Boer?
They said Boer, yeah.
Booer.
In his 21 blue WRX.
I believe this was the friend of the owner, actually.
This was the
It wasn't even
dude
his car.
who had. It was the car that had the full, like, autocross setup. So like the
Well, yeah,
rally lights
there was
in
two.
front.
There was two new WRXs.
Yeah.
Two people were running the same car. Then there was one by itself.
Yes.
But yeah.
Sorry, let me get that interference out. But yeah, so he was running 80 and 90 out the gate. I think his fastest time was an 84.644. And then Zach White in the also 21 Subaru WRX. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to just
No,
switch
you're good.
seats real
Yep.
fast. Don't mind me.
So
So he-
it must have been Ethan Show and Zach White were in the same car because their numbers the same. So I'm assuming they just swapped them around.
Possibly. Yeah. So Michael, as you can see, with a 91.767 and a missed gate.
Yeah.
So that was a 90.
It was 101.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, 100.
101.7.
No, 100. Yeah, 101.
Because a missed gate is a 10-second penalty off the rip.
Right off the fucking.
So his
gate.
first lap out, he's like, I might have just screwed myself for the whole day.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, that super sucks.
Yeah.
Especially when the guy in first ran 2 seconds faster than that his first lap.
Yeah.
So we were kind of, I was texting back and forth with him, like, you can get this guy because he's going to slow down.
Right.
Like, there's no way he maintains that pace in a
Yeah.
car that nice that he doesn't own.
Fair.
So I'm like, he'll slow down, he'll hit a cone. Like, you can catch him, but you're going to have to work hard at it.
Right.
And by God, he did. I mean, he was
Michael was putting in work
Out of-
all day long.
starting 10 seconds down. He only ended up 2 seconds off this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
So
he would have been up on him 8 seconds if
I
he hadn't
think-
missed the gate.
Mm-hmm.
But
my fifth lap, because Michael was out ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
Michael came back before I went out and was like, I literally think I just put you in fourth. And I'm like,
that
You're a-
sounds like something he would say.
you're a cocksucking bitch.
Because at this point, like towards the end of the day, you guys are neck and neck.
Yeah.
Because he's
Yeah.
caught back up to
Yes.
you time wise,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys are both running competitively fast
Yeah.
times.
Well, yeah, I would say top 4 are all within 5 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah, it's tight racing.
Yeah. So,
So Michael did end up edging you out for third place.
yes.
Once again.
Marcus still doesn't have a fucking
Yep,
trophy.
But damn it, you are right there.
Yep.
I mean, that is competitive racing at its finest.
I hate to say I'm getting very fucking frustrated, but I'm getting really fucking frustrated.
Mm-hmm. With being just out, knowing that your
Yeah.
car is big and heavy and
Yeah.
one
wide.
of these days it'll happen.
No,
I
it fucking won't.
promise.
So, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So
Well, hey, maybe at the championship you'll win the championship by you have done the most events out of all of the rest of stock all.
by being consistent.
I mean, minus Michael. Michael's
well-
been to all three so far.
yeah. But it's you only get placed on your 5.
Yeah.
So it's like
So
if he places in 5 and you go place in the other 2 he doesn't, they can weird things happen with points.
So
things aren't always as they seem.
I wasn't last, and I didn't just beat the rental car.
You did genuinely beat other people.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you beat a guy who broke or whatever. Like, you genuinely beat
I put 23 and a half seconds on a guy in a 21 Super WRX.
STI.
STI.
Yeah.
STI. Sorry, not STI.
There was,
STI.
there was 3 21 WRX people.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Yeah.
two sharing the same
I
car.
literally watched them pull up, and I went, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
And there was another black one that wasn't racing too.
Yeah.
It's just like, really?
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys.
Son of a. It must be nice to have money for I don't know, new fucking cars.
It is pretty nice.
you
Y'all are
could
whooping my
sell your
ass.
bike, sell the Impala, and sell the shitbox, and buy
sell the
one
chickens,
nice car.
sell the garden.
Nah, I'm good. I like my shitbox
Well,
and my
then-
motorcycle.
Well, then
Not the Impala though.
race
Yeah.
the motorcycle. What are you doing?
You should also sell the Impala. You sell the Impala, you buy a turbo setup for the 2.5, win.
No,
Why not?
Impala's
because
not
it
worth
will
it.
blow up.
Then you buy a spare motor for $100, and
No.
it's fine.
We can
Brian literally made the joke of, "I'll just turbo it," and I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Let me just pull $20,000 to
That's-
$30,000
It's not a joke.
20?
out." Yes,
He wants an
And-
IAG block.
an IAG.
Oh, you're
short
fucking
block.
retarded. For $2,000, you can literally have 10 spare motors from junkyard.
You just do
You
one
just
per
need to
race.
find them.
You just run them until they knock.
I literally you could have 20 spare engines for fucking $20,000, or you could,
Or
you
for
could have
like-
200.
Or for like $4,000, you get like a WRX STI drop.
yeah,
out
just
set.
a 2.0.
I don't know,
literally.
but whatever.
Regardless, your car is big and heavy, and it's really starting to irritate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a good car to race, but we race.
But
them
we're
anyway.
racing. We're racing shit boxes for funsies.
Yeah.
Speaking of the dust, here's Michael's car. One of the few pictures we got of it.
Yo.
Hey, my shit box is broken in the back.
It is.
That's where it sat the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Eating dust.
This is after color correcting the hell out of it.
I-
'Cause
yeah,
this picture is gray.
I
Like
see
it
that,
is completely dusted out. As
I
you can
will
see.
say there is like a color plus option with the 360, and I always put that at 50%
it looks
because
pretty
it helps clear that oversaturation of dust color out.
good. Yeah. The
Because
grainy
the other
dust.
thing that sucks about the 360 is just because it has
It records 360 degrees and you only ever use forward.
when we go to rally, yes.
I know.
The go-karting it's fucking nice.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
the thing that sucks with because there are lens protectors,
okay.
so it's another little cup of glass around the lens. They're not fucking airtight,
Yeah,
so dust gets up in between
the
them.
protector and the lens itself.
So yeah,
seems like
it's-
kind of a design
it's
error.
kind of fucking stupid. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you just got to remember when you're in line after every run, just fucking pop the one off.
I
Sit
I
down,
usually
fucking-
do it after every heat.
Just go out there,
Yeah.
grab a Trojan XL, and just roll it over.
Or
it.
bring a can of duster and just if air and dust getting under it, just fucking done.
I don't know.
blow it out.
But-
Yeah, rather than taking the cover off, just literally just blow it off with a can of duster. I know you have a 10-pack in your basement, so
I do.
He
as a
does.
matter
He
of
do.
fact.
He do.
Yeah.
He do have.
So
it.
yeah, placed 4th out of 7th.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That is
fuck
respectable.
Not horrible.
In a
Hey,
in a class
you're
that is-
within 5 seconds of the leader.
Yeah.
in a class that is competitive.
On
that's
a
pretty good.
how many total seconds?
They're 535.
540 seconds. You're within 5. You are
That is
you are a
1%.
yeah. We were within 1%.
Yeah, that is like it seems like a big margin when you're chasing numbers,
Well,
but
also,
But when the when last place
usually-
is 100, all
Yeah.
90 some seconds difference
Yeah.
from first
usually, no offense,
Pretty
y'all
good.
fucking dog on me
Yeah.
about how fucking
No, it's-
slow I am.
but now we know it has to be the car.
place. Yeah.
After
like,
riding it,
After
I'm like, oh, it's a
listening to the
dog.
limiter while working the course, I promise you, it sounds like you're trying.
It sounds like you're doing.
I'm fucking trying.
I rode with you on the practice day. I'm like, oh yeah, this thing just doesn't go anywhere, huh?
No,
You're like,
it's
no, this is-
slow.
it doesn't brake boost
Yeah.
off the start. It doesn't brake good. It doesn't turn good. I'm like, oh, it's just a land. Like
Yeah.
you're steering it like a boat.
Yep.
You're ruddering.
Make it real fucking stiff.
If it had a
Ruin
bunch of
all
power-
the drivability of this car. Stiffen the shit out of it.
That's
and run
what
it.
me and Brian were kind of talking about before show.
Strut tower brace and sway bars. And shocks
Michael has
eventually.
put a rear
sway bar.
upgraded sway bar in the rear, and the rules state you can either add,
remove,
or replace.
Right.
So right now, my front sway bar is disconnected.
So that is your removed.
So if I spend $190 fucking for a big ass beefy sway bar in the rear, which Michael says he can feel the difference.
He was very impressed.
Watching Michael's car work, I'm convinced that is the case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Because my first upgrade, my first suspension upgrades would be a sway bar and a strut tower brace. Because that's less than $500.
Unfortunately, we can't put strut tower braces in
stock class.
Yes.
In
prepared,
prepared,
he's free.
yeah. But those are my 2 mods. After that, it's suspension.
Yeah.
So
and
then it's like, do you buy a cheap set of coilovers and hope they last, or do you just fucking pony up and spend $1,000 or $800?
Get some used
and
rally
the
ones.
bushings in the ass end are not in.
Yeah.
They're kind of just not there anymore.
These are 20-plus-year-old shit boxes.
Yeah.
They
So
have
that too.
everything's beaten on them.
Everything else in the car, so minus exhaust and like the struts in the front end,
And they're not even that bad.
I'm not really worried about the struts in the front.
Yeah.
Everything else is in pretty decent shape,
All things considered,
mechanically speaking.
other than your ABS system.
Well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
So
that's fine.
The light's back.
yeah, the light's
It's
back,
fucking
and it stays
fine.
on this.
How about you
time.
just fucking unpin it and call it good enough?
Just
I'm
unsolder
just-
the light.
I'm just.
Hey, my car has 268,000 miles on it, and it's
Oh.
never had ABS because it's a fucking base model, and it's perfectly fine. Just drive it.
It just bothers me with the lights.
Exactly.
saying
Fucking cut the solder,
unsolder.
unsolder it, fucking Sharpie
I
it
think
out.
that
Who
one's an
cares?
actual bulb, so I might be able
Exactly.
to do
Yeah,
it. But
I'm pretty sure they are all
Sharpie
bulbs.
over it.
Yeah,
I
I do need to
exactly.
do an oil change because she's over for an oil change.
And
A
how
3,000 mile oil
And with how
change.
much
Oh,
you've been
that's-
abusing
yeah,
it.
you're
yeah.
good.
Well,
I'm doing
how
5,
Much, how
so-
much I've abused it, and this is the first oil change it's got since being rebuilt.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's fair.
it
it
needs
could-
to get flushed.
Absolutely.
I need to. I
That's
think
fair.
next,
That's a sooner rather than later.
Yeah,
I would have
I-
done that before the rally event at 95 degrees, pushing out already used oil.
Hey, if it was gonna go, it was gonna go.
No, that's
it
fair,
survived.
but yeah, longevity, I would have done that.
He didn't have to drive it there and back, so it's
Hey,
fine.
you're
That
not
is
wrong.
true.
Yeah, you didn't heat soak it before you got there,
Nope.
so
Yeah.
there you
So,
go.
This is
well,
true.
and usually when I would show up, like it would be overheating as we pulled in, and I would have to
Last
open the
year,
hood
yeah.
and let it cool down.
Yeah, and it
Yep.
wouldn't cool down because it's 100 degrees
Yeah.
out.
So
Yeah.
that was nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can understand how it's a little disheartening to just know like there's only so much you can do because I'm in the same boat.
Well, and no offense to Michael.
No, you could be in the better boat, and you could own another Fiesta.
Like money would solve my boat problem. Yes.
Exactly.
I could just throw money at
And
things.
no offense to
Exactly.
Michael, but I thought,
he a bit.
well, yes. In my mind, I'm like, okay, Michael, you can make this up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think about it. Just go out there and do what you've
shouldn't
been
have
fucking
you
doing.
shouldn't have
Yeah, you
pep
should- why
talked
were you
him,
hyping
son
him
of
up?
a bitch.
Well, motherfucker, come on.
No,
like,
yeah, it does suck. Like every time
Especially right out of the
I watch
gate.
Brian face Evan, I'm like, I know
it's
like
just not there though.
yeah, regardless of how hard you try, you're still gonna get a kick in the dick. It doesn't matter.
So,
Like, it doesn't matter.
I was like, Michael, you can at least clutch fourth.
Yeah.
yeah,
You can at least
You
do
were
that.
hoping he'd get fourth.
So, I'm trying, I was in third
Pretty
all
much
fucking day.
Second
Yeah.
and third, pretty much all day. Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, like, fuck, I might do it right. And, if Michael backs me up in fourth, fuck, that ain't bad for us.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Especially for him starting with a huge penalty. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he,
He just wheeled the shit out of that.
yeah.
He was his brakes are smoking.
Oh, yeah.
oh, I specifically remember I came into pits
Mm-hmm.
and I'd rolled my windows down before the dust really started flying. And I just was like,
I know that
Just-
smell.
I really fucking hope that's
Uh.
not me. And then I pulled up next to Michael and I
see
got
Michael.
stronger. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's Michael.
I
How
wanna-
many miles does Michael's car have?
I have no idea.
It's
Not
like,
a
it's in the
clue.
ones.
It's
still.
in the ones. I
Yeah,
think it's
okay.
like 150
So-
or 180 or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
call it at least 50,000 less miles minimum, 75,000 less miles than yours.
Right. And it's a little bit kind of narrower, lighter design.
Yeah.
you know.
Also, well, I just in I'm thinking about the torque converter. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it's 75,000 miles tighter.
Mm-hmm.
Like it probably binds up and probably gets out of the hole a little bit better than yours, regardless. So it is
Michael
just,
also has
and he's got more power because he's got VVT.
also
VVT.
for sure a different gear ratio and shit because we were talking about that too.
Yes.
He's got a way different.
His
gear
car
ratio.
what-
drives.
what
He's in
years
first
is-
gear the whole run
Yes.
every race. I don't think he's ever been in second really.
I think, but when he shifts his, it goes. It's not like
Yeah,
March's where
that-
it sits
yes.
and hangs.
Well, it's also how many more 5 years newer design?
his is an 06.
his,
so it's 4
so
years.
his
now.
is the newer.
So
body
it's also a
style.
new. I'm sure a revised TCM.
The controller's probably different.
yeah. So
Can you
there's
take his controller, put it in your car.
okay.
no.
If each one of these stepping stones was a tenth of a second,
It's a percentage.
every
here.
fucking run, regardless, he's 3/4 of a second
Yeah.
faster. You know,
It's one of those, like, if you're both using 100% of the car,
So-
it's just a faster car.
Yeah.
The kind of kick in the nuts that I did have, and I read this wrong because I was reading it. So I came in running an 86.836. So you see that on the board because you don't know if you hit a cone or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't tell.
So I immediately went around and hopped in a trailer and was like, did I hit 1 or did I hit 2?
yeah.
Because you're like, I think I hit 1.
And I'm
but-
looking on the computer where the live scores
Yeah.
are being timed, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I hit 1 cone
Mm-hmm.
and I lost by a quarter of a fucking second.
That's what you had saw.
That's
Yeah.
what I had seen.
Right. But it
Yeah.
turns out you actually lost by 3.9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
the scores on the side do get a little confusing.
They do.
Especially when you're sitting your phone like refresh,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah.
What's
Yep.
half a second? I can make that up,
Yep.
So yeah, there was a lot of battling in Stockholm.
Hey,
that was aggressive.
Maybe the lesson of this weekend is lesbians shouldn't race. I don't know. Throwing it out there.
You all own
Michael-
Subarus.
I know. I'm just throwing it out there.
I remember who I was talking to about you. They're just like, "What's he like?" Like, well, he's a lesbian. So I was like, "They're like, what?
I
Like, well, he's
mean-
got 2 Subarus and just a dog." It's like,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Hey,
Hey,
I do enjoy eating a little
he's-
poutine.
holy.
Throwing
I
it
wish I
out
could end it
there.
here, but I can't. 'cause
Oh,
I haven't talked
So
about.
how did
mine.
front wheel drive go,
I
sir?
hate racing. It sucks so bad. So
We could
in,
be
You were on the
safety stewards, and
podium.
I think it'd
Come
be a
on.
lot better.
in my class,
Spoiler alert.
there's 5 cars. Charisse Wyatt and Eric Dietrich in their Turbo Mini.
Yep.
Ben DeShane in his Mini.
Is it supercharged? His is supercharged.
I think his is supercharged.
I'm almost positive.
They're all
it
Cooper
sounds
S's,
so
but-
much different. I can actually hear the supercharger the whole lap when Ben's running.
Yeah.
And I can't hear anything out of Charisse and Wyatt's car.
'Cause I think it's just stock and
fucking
quiet.
so quiet. And like if maybe you hear a little bit of air going through the intake.
You hear
it's just a
whooshing.
little whoosh.
Yeah.
And then it's just gravel noises, and then it's like, wow, there you are,
tires
first
goes
place. That's
skirt, skirt,
crazy.
skirt, and just moves
every
around.
fucking time.
Yeah, so Ben
Yeah.
DeShane, he has a new rear
Oh.
sway bar on his car. He went from like a 14 mil stock to like a 26 mil in the
Fucking
rear.
cheater. It's not
It's-
stock all-wheel drive.
It's
fucking
you, can
stock
put
front.
one, you can put one sway bar
Oh,
on it. I'm
fucking
like, God,
piece of shit.
I hate it that he's right about it too. I'm like,
Damn it.
I'm like, how does it feel? He's like, awesome. I'm like, damn it, don't
Fuck
say
you.
that. I'm like, you're only right on me anyway, and if it's any better, this
Yeah,
is gonna
damn
suck.
it.
And
even
then
if it's like what's it like in your head? fucking-
mental, yeah,
Yeah,
just-
even if it's just fucking in your head,
you
it's like,
feel
oh yeah,
better about
I
it.
feel faster, so I am faster.
if I have more confidence, I'll drive
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
And of course, Peter in the Camry, he keeps showing
Yeah.
up and just
he's the most comfortable
It's
fucking racer ever.
he's still going fast. Just stock front is just so
it
fast
is a
of a class.
fucking tough class
It's
for
so
sure.
it's an impossible.
But again,
class.
every time he shows up, I'm like, I'm jealous
Mm-hmm.
of the man driving the minty fucking 2001 Camry every
The
time.
fresh car, you know.
Oh,
Okay, so
99. sorry.
Quick
Yeah.
question, because you guys did mention the diameter of the sway bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So
more diameter is more stiffer.
apparently, my
Apparently,
stock.
mm-hmm.
God damn it, I missed the tab. Sorry. My stock rear sway bar is 19 mil.
that's actually mildly beefy.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
actually not bad.
huge, but
Mind you, it's
It's
old
because
and
it's
rusty.
it's because it's an Outback, and it's because it has
Yeah.
a
It's a little bit-
technical lift kit.
yeah, it's
over
a,
a
little bit
regular
taller and
Legacy,
chunkier,
yeah.
and it is only single bolt.
Yes.
The OEM. Now
Right.
this aftermarket that I'm looking at is a double bolt.
Well, you can put it the link forward or backwards. I think.
Yeah.
It's adjustable. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't.
okay,
there's
that
no
makes-
more like
it's-
extra shear or extra mounting,
got
but
you.
it
changes
just
the tension.
adjustable.
Yeah.
yeah.
Since
Oh,
it's a
okay.
pivot point, if
That
you
makes
change where the
sense.
pivot is, it tightens or loosens.
Yeah,
it.
But
correct.
the one that I'm looking at is only a 20 mil.
Oh,
Well,
that's
what
1 mil.
materials though? Steel
No.
versus aluminum versus
They would both be
fucking-
spring steel
Oh,
because they're
fair.
both
Yeah,
flexible.
you're
I would
correct.
assume,
All right,
but
fair.
Michael's I know is a big difference. Like his size wise,
Yeah.
maybe that's not like the XL super thick one. We'll have to do some more research.
Yeah,
later,
I don't
but
know.
At 1
But
mil, I wouldn't do it. No, but-
I mean, well, but the fact that it's
You
got
could also try your end links too, because they are plastic pieces of shit.
no, not in the rear.
The
in the
rears-
front they are.
yeah, And
The
they're
The
hooked
fronts
up
are
anyway.
plastic. The rears are actual like dog bone
Are those
style.
are the bushings actually blown out of those two?
Fucking
Though?
probably.
Throw. I mean,
All the
as-
above.
yeah. After looking at
The
Cartboy,
whole
which-
ass end needs to be
Well, yeah.
rebushing. That needs new arms.
What is it,
I have
Kardashian?
shots. Yeah,
I'm so
big
sorry.
booty
keep,
bitches.
keep pumping them full of plastic, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, stock front. I came. Evan is selling his Fiesta still, so he didn't come, which is awesome. It is currently pending as far as I know.
So are you buying it?
No. I already have a Fiesta, and mine's so fast and dumb, and it needs an alignment, so I haven't been driving it. But I need to drive it. But I need to get an alignment on it. I don't know. So it's currently pending, so he backed out of this event, so there was room for someone else to join in. So I'm like, okay. I've beaten Charisse before, but I know that
by the skin of your teeth.
I've done it, I think, one time I've beaten her, and it's because she hit a cone on the last lap. So I'm like, there's a chance.
She could fuck up.
I'm like, I think I can get Eric. He's close, but I can get him. Ben and I have been back and forth a couple of times this year so far. And I'm like, it's going to be a tight race. So we'll dip through some of my footage just for the fact of why not. I took all the footage. Might as well show some of it. Get some GoPro inside footage instead of 360 outside. We'll zip through. This is my third lap. I think this is my fast lap for the morning session. At this point, I am getting after it. Limiter.
On the limiter.
That's what these 1.5s do. They scream.
What is it called? The 3 Tech or something? The Civic, some stage 3, the black Civic.
Oh,
At practice.
Yeah, there was a black Civic at practice.
Tech 3 maybe it's called something.
Okay, maybe.
A Type 3 Civic?
VTEC?
No. It's a like a trim level of a Civic.
Okay.
God damn it.
Yeah.
The Lexus guy, Travis fucking knew.
Travis
it.
knows all the
Yeah,
Civic stuff.
he knew what the thing was. He's like, because apparently he also used to
He used to
rally
be a
one of
Civic
these.
guy, yes.
So he's like, oh yeah, that. He's like, oh, I'm shocked to see that out at rally because it's like it's a desirable on track or
It's a, like, track
on road
prepped, yeah.
like package.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know anything about Civics per se.
fair, but yeah. But listening to that, like he was also on the rev limiter a bit.
Yes.
He also knew he wasn't gonna win because he was on like.
Well, he was only a practice day. He didn't.
Yeah, but he was also like on road tires, I think, still or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, so he was doing a lot. He like, it was funny to hear the same gear ratios.
The
though.
kind of same general vibe.
Yeah,
of
I was
just-
like, oh, that almost sounds like Brian. Like he has a little bit different diameter pipe or some shit, and that was really about it. But I'm like, nope, that still sounds like a
What was
Honda.
your first time? Or
this
last
was an
time?
88237.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm there. Like at this point, we're running, kind of like 90s and less. So I'm like, I'm there,
Yeah.
but it's still just tight. So the first 3 laps at the lunch break, I had Charisse by 1.1 second. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
I'm like, this is where I want to be at. It's just enough above it. I'm like, everything's fine. I can do.
You can
I
you can
maintain.
continue your pace without overdriving the car,
Right.
And should be able to stay ahead.
If I don't have to make up ground, I can
Yes.
stay fast without
Yes.
trying to like dive a corner way too hard or whatever.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, you had her, but it was fucking close.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm running 88s, 87s, kind of that general. Like it's going quick, nothing crazy. After lunch, we do our first lap out. We're still pretty close. She runs an 85.1. I run an 86.3. I'm like, we're kind of in the same ballpark, right? After that, she comes out, runs an 83.3, and I just go, what the fuck?
Oh.
She locked in.
She's like, oh, I might lose to this bum. Like, put 3 seconds on it. And that's when I'm just in the car. I'm like, what am I doing? This sucks. Like, I'm like, I know I can't pull 3 seconds out of this car.
I want to
That's
go
just
home and
not-
cry.
I'm just like,
Goddamn.
I'm like, oh, what do you mean that's how this is going to go down?
I never would have expected Mini Coopers to be this fucking competitive in
Yeah.
off-road racing.
Yeah.
For
Like,
fuck's sake.
you never, but good on-road characteristics make good off-road characteristics. It's
Well, I don't see fucking Miatas out here either. Like, what the fuck?
they do good out here supposedly, but
Yeah, I guess.
so yeah.
I don't
It's
know,
like-
Nick. Go buy one and we'll find out.
He's just like, I will, but
Now the new, I'm not. If I buy a new one, I'm not rallying.
No, I want. I want to see an NA fucking Miata out here doing rallycross in stock rear.
just tearing
Like,
stuff up.
Yeah.
be fucking awesome.
So yeah, last lap, it's close between me and her, but she's already got a 3-second lead. I'm like, well, that's gone. Unless she hits a cone, misses a
Yeah.
gate. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go fast still, whatever.
Which I'll say, usually she does a lot less cones than most.
she's
But
she hit one in
it's
her
possible.
third lap. Like it's
Yeah.
not out of possibility.
Yeah.
Overdrive a
oh,
corner,
hey, you
hit
were
a
clean,
cone.
no cones.
Yes, I raced as clean as I cleaned the
Did
whole
Michael
thing.
get any cones other than the gate?
The gate was all he got.
Okay.
Just the one gate off the start.
So
But-
me and you both got a cone.
Yeah.
And I only did 2 laps, so that makes my average of cone hitting very high.
I'm usually pretty good. usually if I hit a cone, it's either the first lap out, and I'm just not realizing,
or your last lap and you're chasing a 10 or something.
Yeah,
which is what you did. You hit a cone your last lap.
No, I tucked in to try and
save just a little bit of
I saved speed, RPM in the corner, but and like I didn't even fully hit it.
Just enough.
I hit the edge,
the flat spot.
Yeah, I hit the
and
foot of the cone
flip.
and it flipped it.
Yep.
So
It's all if the cone was
I
a
still
concrete
hit a
pillar,
cone.
you wouldn't hit it.
I would have clipped
Like
it.
scrape a little bit. At this point, it's like she finished. I know she's faster than me. I'm in line. I go. I make a good run. 86.0. It felt pretty nice. But I know Ben is behind me. At this point, he is 0.3 seconds behind me on the leaderboard.
It's a little tight.
And I'm like, I know he's fast. So I'm like, I'm going to put a lot into this last run, try to just see what I can get out of it. I'm like, I don't know if there's enough. I know I can't catch her, and she didn't mess up, so I know I'm at least second, but I have to defend second now. So I'm like, I'm going to do everything I can.
This is your last lap, correct?
I believe my fastest lap. Just, you notice my GoPro starts to lean more and more. Yeah. The bumps are just slowly knocking it out of the mount. Tire squeal. It's got it.
There was a good bit of tire squeal.
I had a little bit of tire squeal. I was like, wow, this old girl is still going.
All of my shifts are flat on the floor throttle, bang the clutch to the next gear. Like
I was like, I heard the shifter hit on that fucking 1 to 2.
It is clunky. It's shifting good, but like this is everything this car has. I'm hanging it wide. I'm trying to like dive corners nice. Like it's.
I did really love this back straight.
I'll say tightening this up got a lot smoother and better, I feel like. I liked it. That doing ride-alongs. But I'm like, once they pulled it in, I like that a lot better.
You see my GoPro's now lost the dash because it's just
it's
further
fucking
and
all
further.
over.
And that's a reference for how hard I'm trying
You need Marcus's 3D printed little fucking tightening tool. For the
I have a tightening tool. I just didn't use it. But
I saw that like on my GoPro setup. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. Threw it in my bag.
Oh God,
It's all.
it looks like I'm rolling the car with the way GoPro's flopping. But
I'm sure it just vibrated itself loose.
100%. It's just bouncing around in there aggressively. But
When you're given 10/10, you fucking shit gets loose.
yeah, that was like an 86.0, and I'm like,
Nice.
there might be like a 1 second in that car if I did everything better. But
I'll say, looking at Ben's time, you were a 10th faster than his last lap. If he didn't hit the cone, you would have finished.
I still would have
4/10 faster.
It would have been very close.
Yeah.
But I'm like, at this point, I'm 0.3 ahead of him. The lap before, he ran 1.4 seconds faster than me.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, so I ran an 86.5 the lap before. He ran an 85.1. So I'm like, I know he can do it. So I'm like, I'm gonna put everything I can here because I'm probably getting third, maybe fourth, depending on how it goes. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Put it on the line. Got an 86.0. Ben goes out, hits a cone, runs an 86.1. I'm like,
perfect. We got fucking second, baby.
literally, like, because I finished my lap, pulled back to the pits, and I'm like, I got fourth. I'm like, I got hosed. Ben's gonna get me. Like, Sharice already got me. Eric might even catch me because he's still right there.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I'm like, all
Yeah,
this.
Eric would have been in the running. He hit a cone
All
his last
this
lap too.
for just
though,
a
so.
swift kick in the.
He got an
fucking teeth.
84.8. He's
Yeah.
fucking. He tried.
He started off at 93. That's what got him that 4 seconds
yeah.
to start with,
Yep.
and then the 2 cones. Otherwise, he would have been right there too.
Oh yeah. Wow. He had the slowest time all day in stock front.
In stock front, the slowest time in stock front was a 93.
Yeah. My
That's the
fastest time of
slowest.
my 2 runs was a 90.1.
So it's like, if that puts in perspective how hard stock front is.
Yeah,
like, it doesn't seem.
It's a tight. It's always. I mean, all last
It's-
year it was depending on if people were making the events and whatnot. But like,
Yeah.
it was a tight fucking group last year too. So
Even Peter's running 87s, 85.8. Like, he's like, the gap is 16 seconds over 500 plus seconds. Like, it's such a
yeah,
tight
it's
margin.
the tightest between person to person because like from first to second's 3.5,
And
third,
then
second to
2.5.
third 2.5, third to fourth 7.2, fucking
Fourth to fifth.
fourth to
3.
fifth, which is it's only another
like
3. It's
The whole, there's no
Fuck, dude.
big margin in there.
yeah.
I'm like, I can't believe stock front is like the hardest class here. I'm like, this sucks so bad.
You want to switch cars?
I don't know if you. I don't think you could drive my car this hard. It's so hard on it. It is abusive.
On the plus side, Peter's going to feel really fucking good when he gets to beat the fit with Marcus driving it.
that is true.
Yeah.
At the very least, we're making friends just in a weird way.
I was talking to him at the end of the day. He's like, yeah, I saw all you guys signed up. So he's like, I'm just here to have fun now.
Yeah. He does seem pretty good spirited.
He's such a
about
good
it.
sport, too.
And again, he's the most comfortable man on the whole fucking track.
Yeah, he's just in this big floaty Camry. I'm like,
Yeah.
good for you. But
fuck yeah.
so, yeah, I'm just like, I thought I got like third or fourth. Ben messed up. I'm like, okay. Eric messed up. I'm like, sweet. So I ended up in second. It was aggressive, but we got there. But I'm like, the whole thing, I'm like, she ran an 83.3. I'm like, I don't think this car, my fit could
Was that the
fit.
fastest run of the day?
It was the fastest non-mod all time of the day.
Oh,
It
what was the
83.3.
fastest mod all? I'm just curious.
I think an 81 somewhere. Oh, that's rear wheel. That's why.
83, 82.5,
82.
82.8.
82.5 might be the fastest single time of the day.
Okay.
So,
UTV, I wasn't looking at
UTVs didn't go fast. They weren't doing
Okay.
anything crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, the fastest raw time was Ben Howe at a 5:03 for the day. And yeah, he ran an 82.5 as his fastest lap.
God damn.
So his modified all-wheel drive Subaru.
And his is fucking modified.
Yes.
It's fully stripped, caged, like lightweight
with
seat.
Euro Rallycross tires.
doesn't
Yes.
have a passenger seat. I mean, it is
Damn.
race car. And he's
Is
running
only
an
a second and a half faster than Charisse.
No, 0.8 seconds.
Oh, sorry, 0.8.
yeah. He's running an 82.5. She's running an 83.3. I'm like,
God damn.
this sucks so bad.
Fuck.
How does it feel to spend $20,000 on a shit
Okay,
box
to be fair, a brand
hold
new
on,
Mini is
hold on.
also expensive.
to go to modified just to almost get beat by 0.8.
Hey,
Which brings up my next point. It's like, if I went to prepared front or mod front, I would win the class.
Oh,
yeah.
Wholeheartedly. Like, it wouldn't even be close. I'm just
Yeah.
like, it's not the point. Like,
Yeah.
the fastest time in prep front was 5:35, and I ran a 5:23.
Yeah.
Like, in the raw times for the day, it's like I got beat by Charisse in the Mini, and then nobody in stock rear, nobody in stock all, nobody anywhere else other than mod all.
yeah.
It's like I had 5 people faster than me the entire day.
I'll say that's it. It does bring me joy to actually be able to compare my time to the modified all guys, even though I'm
Especially when the course
ideally
doesn't change.
should still be in stock all.
Speaking of
The
that,
course
so
stock with brakes on it.
yeah, God forbid, and an intake. Sorry.
what was?
Mhm.
Let's compare mine real quick to other classes.
Sure. You are 541 seconds.
541.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have gotten
Second in
second
rear.
in stock rear.
Good lord.
You would still
against
got,
a
you had-
rear engine Porsche, which is a huge advantage to the rear wheel drive class.
plus he has a billion hours of
yes,
racing.
yes, he is.
You know,
he has many.
you would have gotten
hours.
last in stock front.
Well, that's not.
He would have got last.
You would have gotten
Oh,
third in
fuck.
prep front. You would have gotten
Yep.
second in prep rear. You would have beat everybody in prep all.
Hey, 3,200 seconds. Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's a bit. Mod front, you would have won. You would have won mod rear. You would have lost mod all.
So the fact that, yeah,
You would have won mod rear.
yeah,
In your stock all.
yeah.
It's like now you can't compare drivetrains
can't,
back and
but-
forth. It's like
Yeah.
everybody's racing their own race and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like it makes you feel you're like, oh, maybe I'm not that slow. Everyone in my class is just that fast.
Yeah.
That's where I'm
That's
at. I'm
what
like,
I keep telling myself.
Turns out stock all, stock front, and
Yeah.
mod all are the most competitive
Yeah.
fucking classes.
like stock front and mod all are the two fastest classes here somehow. Like
I mean, if you're a Terrian, mod rear is also a very competitive class.
well, yeah.
but you just have to deal with the people. You have to go home with those people.
Yeah,
too,
it's all
so
you're in a class
you
of
can't
your
really be that
owns.
mad at them.
Yeah, when you're all racing
Fuck,
each other.
I was pissed packing up going home.
Yeah, we know.
I was hot, sweaty, and tired.
Hold on, showering after.
After the
A
practice
blessing.
day.
Yeah.
Well,
Showering before the ride home.
you showering
Oh, sorry,
was
yeah.
fine.
I
So
didn't have a
you-
warm shower because I forgot to turn on the fucking water.
I didn't want a warm shower anyway.
Fair.
So,
So you turned it on for you.
when we finished up, I immediately took off.
Yeah,
Said,
'cause we were
"Hey,
like,
I'm
hey,
going back
Yeah.
down. I'm going to
We
swap
were
my tires."
taking down canopies and picking up cones
Yeah.
and the typical.
So
while
I was
everybody's loading
loading
cars,
my
shit.
car up with all my stuff, swap tires, everything. I was fucking drenched. I literally threw, because I took my fishing hat with me so I could, protect my neck and hopefully not get fucking melanoma.
Gotta protect your neck.
And I got the driver's side done, and I said, fuck it, open the cooler up, dunked the entire hat in the ice water, held it until it stopped bubbling, and put it on my head.
Like you
and
wanted to
went,
do to Michael.
this is not helping whatsoever.
That's because you were mad,
I was hot.
hot and bothered.
So, yeah, I was.
Yeah, I get it.
I was angry.
You'll have that sometimes.
I think you came up and you're like, "Hey, this doesn't look right," and I was like, "I don't fucking care right now."
I'm like, "Who strapped this car down?" And you're like, "I did." I'm like, "Okay," and you need to do this. You're like, "Okay, whatever."
Oh, it did end up breaking the strap on the way home.
That's what I was just
So,
gonna jump into.
Andy took a shower while I was getting loaded up and everything, and then I hopped in afterwards.
I loaded my car up at lunch, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
And
your
so
stuff was
I
broken.
literally rinsed all the fucking dirt off, opened my shampoo container, poured shampoo in my hand, put it in my hair, and I looked down because it started getting loud, and there was like, I don't know, a 1/4 inch of fucking water in the pan, and I'm like, fuck, the gray tank's full. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I got, I took the shower head off and just instantly
Yeah, because me
hosed
and
my
you
hair
both
off.
took showers the night before,
Yes.
and then we all there was 3 showers in the gray tank.
Yeah, hadn't emptied it yet.
So I literally put pants
Oh yeah,
on.
and the one shower from Badlands too, I guess.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, you didn't empty that.
Peeked
yeah.
my head out and said, "Andy, we need to drain like a gallon of gray water out of this thing because you do not want to haul it home." With
Turns out there was just a ball of hair in the drain,
Yeah.
and it was still empty. So
Oh, good.
yeah, so
the reason I thought
plenty
it was
of black
full,
and gray tank. The freshwater tank cannot physically fill either of those
Sure,
tanks.
I got you.
So,
but
yeah.
yeah, the reason I thought it was full is because I looked down, I'm like, fuck, the pan is getting full.
There was
And then
also there was so much dirt coming off
Yeah.
of us. All of the water is literally the color of this koozie.
Yeah.
It's just
It
literally
was
leathery,
brown.
bad.
leathery brown.
but the water started to stink, so I'm like, fuck, it's backing
backing up.
up.
Oh,
So I'm like, shit, it's
It's
fuck
full.
this bastard's
full.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, but yeah, we got loaded up. I missed 90% of the award ceremony.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just like, where's Marcus?
Not like
I
it
don't
fucking
know.
mattered.
You could have helped us take down canopies and stuff. That
I had to load my shit up.
Oh, like the rest of us didn't.
Hey, I helped them put them up.
Yeah, it's fair, but you
Lick
could've-
my balls. I was angry.
Yeah, clearly. But yeah, we took down the canopies, got our awards. I got my second place, little stickery magnet thing. Michael got a third. Andy got a first somehow again.
I was very
Somehow.
fucking upset when he was like, and Andy, even though he didn't finish, I'm like, how the fuck does he get a trophy? This is horse shit.
101, baby. Points are points, I guess. I don't know.
Bullshit.
Go to prep all. You would have beat him.
Yeah. Fucking,
You'll at least get a second every event.
yeah, at the very least.
No, it's not fun.
I know that's why
Exactly.
I'm not going to prep front. Like it's not the point.
Yeah. I want to go back to stock all, but I can't.
You take your brakes off.
I don't wanna. They don't work much better than the fucking drums.
Oh, that was one of the things I was going to mention. Is I tried left foot braking in the practice session.
Oh yeah.
Turns out my booster's good for one brake press. If I press it and then go back on it again, it's
Oh, yeah.
stiff. It's such a small booster.
Well,
It'll
my
use all the
booster's so
vacuum.
big that it takes so much pedal to get there.
Yeah.
I also tried doing that.
We have the opposite booster.
Yeah, I also tried doing left foot braking, and I'm like, oh, my leg is hyperextended to my left leg is hyperextended to brake boost it.
Yep.
And it's also so touchy when the brakes work.
Yep.
I'm like, I can't. It's right foot throttle, right foot brake. There's nothing.
I don't understand how Michael does it. It's got to be them long ass fucking
his
legs
brakes
of his.
work well,
yeah,
and
him
he
too.
drives an automatic.
Yeah, he's used to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's I'm like, I tried it. I'm like, oh, this works.
And he
Oh,
has
it's
zero
stiff pedal.
mechanical sympathy for his brakes. Apparently,
He knows
so.
he can fix them, so I
Yeah,
guess he's not worried about it.
Correct. I tried to fix mine.
.4 fluid. Boil it up.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I need to do is
Brakes.
No, not brakes, but I need to flush my
Yeah,
brake.
that's a myth.
It's black.
Brake, it's fine.
It's
They do
fine.
that. But yeah, I tried that. I'm like, oh, this works kind of, and the booster's solid. I'm like, well,
yeah.
I can't do that because I won't have any brakes if I need them immediately.
Yeah.
Because the 1.5 doesn't make much vacuum, apparently.
Correct, because it's tiny.
It's tiny, and the booster's probably the size of a soda can or a baked beans can. So I'm like, okay, I can left foot brake once to set it, and then I have to let it rebuild pressure.
Yeah.
So that was out. I'm like, well, so much for my one. I'll try this at practice and try to figure out if it'll do it. It won't.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
But so we got loaded up. You came down, got all your stuff out of the
I
camper.
got help you guys I strapped Andy's car down, just a couple little things while you guys were getting cleaned up.
Got the camper all taken care of, water unhooked, all that.
By the time you guys like pulled the power, I'm like, all right, well, you guys are basically done
Yeah.
anyway. I'll head out. That way I'm not just staring at you guys like, you done yet? What are you doing?
Then Andy had the fun pleasure of trying to pull out of the campsite.
Oh, yeah.
And
his stuff's a little big.
So in the middle of the campsite, you have a power pole. You have a water pole.
Okay.
Mind you, they're not, steel poles. They're wood, and, they're kind of old, and they're not brand new.
Okay. Is this going to turn into they were wood? And now
It's still wood.
It turns out they multiplied. There's 2 of them. Of one now.
It's just 2 water poles instead of 1 water pole.
The water pipe didn't break.
On the plus side,
yeah.
I heard it snap and went, son of a fuck, here it comes.
Yeah.
Did not happen.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
PVC
He
was
did
still in
not-
one piece.
I wouldn't even consider it PVC. It was more like PEX.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where
Regardless.
it bended.
It's flexible-ish.
But so Andy snapped the water post.
Grazed the power pole.
Allegedly.
Because
I had
the tail swing of my trailer.
it's so long.
When you pulled out, you were rubbing up against the power, and
Yeah.
I held on to the top and put my feet on the bottom to help
to
pull it
pull it
back.
I was about to say, why didn't you help him? But I guess
I
you
did.
Yeah.
But
this rear overhang is just so much that it pivots like crazy.
Yeah,
So
there's
if
12.
if
There's
you
a
can-
there's a whole Subaru of
Wow.
overhang.
Yeah.
if you can zoom in a little bit,
I sure can.
so
Yeah.
behind the jack, where the hook pockets are,
Steak pockets.
steak pockets, that's what caught.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
And then the very back of the trailer, there's like 2 pieces of angle iron that are enclosed, so it's a triangle.
Yeah.
That just hold in like the top decking or whatever.
Sure.
That's what caught the electrical.
And it just barely just touched it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just kind of pushed it out of the way. It did pop
But
once,
Josh,
but it didn't fall over.
Josh was down returning the radio in the booth, and I'm
was
like,
like,
I was
hey."
looking for the owner of the park because I broke some shit at the campground. He's like, what the fuck you mean? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
and
don't
so
know.
he just calls the guy. He's like, hey, blah blah blah, and he's like, oh, and he was actually out leading a Jeep group still because they were still running.
Sure.
And he's like, well, I'll text you Andy's info so if there's anything that needs replaced, whatever. I haven't gotten a call yet, so
Not yet.
it was 1 wooden post, and
that was probably
it.
at least
Yeah, you're like,
20 years old.
Yeah.
you're like, I would replace it if you had one laying here.
Yeah, but you don't. So I'm like,
Like,
well,
if you really wanted to, you could probably go to any of those campsites and break that post
Oh
off.
yeah.
But you shouldn't
By
try
hand.
to.
You shouldn't try to, but
yeah.
it's not like it was a brand new post that was put in like a week ago.
Speaking of breaking things, how was the drive home?
Fine.
Yeah?
Until,
Huh?
okay. Everything was fine. Everything handled fine.
Right.
So we get to Love's because Andy had to empty the camper out.
Empty the gray water.
And at that point, that's
Unload
where we
your
met.
car.
So we unloaded my car.
Yeah.
So I got out and was like, oh, the heat.
Because it's still hot out.
Because I also didn't realize Andy had cooled seats till like halfway through the drive.
It's because his driver's seat doesn't work.
No, they
Does it
do.
now?
No, they do now.
So
Okay, I
you
thought it
fixed
didn't.
I thought.
Yeah, I
Okay.
went in and tried to fix it, or like I didn't find anything wrong, so I just didn't use them for like a year and a half.
They said,
So
like
I
for a
don't know.
while, you like it doesn't really work on the one side.
the
so you
heat
wouldn't-
doesn't work for sure, but the
Oh, that's
pins
what it
aren't
is.
burnt out.
Yeah.
So
I just dielectric greased the shit out of everything. I'm like,
it's
well,
fine.
here you go. It's good enough.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so like, sitting watching TikTok shit. No, actually, I was watching a movie, and like I look up and I was like, "Why is your seat? Oh, you have cooled seats." I'm like sick. I'm like, oh my fucking gooch sweat
I'll
is
say,
gone.
it's
now.
just enough to get rid of your ass sweat.
Yeah.
That's, like
No
your butt's
swamp
still
ass.
hot when you're sitting, but yeah, it's pretty nice.
But it's better.
But so
Yeah.
pulled up, pulled the ramps out and everything, got everything set and ready to go, and then all of a sudden I went to go take the straps off, and I had strap in the rear, strap in the front, through the wheels. Like, this bitch is awfully fucking loose, and turns out a strap just snapped.
Oops. Tore right through it on something.
Yeah.
Something just
Now I will say
This almost
No.
matches the one on my car, which
Yeah.
was 3/4 of the
Yeah,
way
gone.
ripped through, but that one held. That one's still
Hey,
in one piece. I
Amazon
did order.
specials.
I just ordered 4 more
Yeah.
whole setups, but I still need one just tire.
yeah, you
strap.
got spares now. So.
No, I
well, if you're hauling two
no because
things,
what's gonna happen?
Oh,
yeah,
I
what's gonna
gotcha,
happen
I
now is the second set's gonna be also used, so I still need that one to be
you can just put
replaced.
3 on one of them. It'll be fine.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought about doing like one in the one big one in the front,
They're not long.
2
enough for
on
that,
the
though.
rear. No, like one of these.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
do
gotcha.
like do one 30
Then
foot
you'd still have
strap
a
on the
spare.
front, 2 solo on the rear, and then have one spare.
But
Yeah.
your
Until I buy
straps
another
were-
set of $60 fucking
Your
set of
straps
4.
were
tire
also not
straps.
in the best condition.
Yeah, they're
Av- typical
I have
operator
3 more
blame
in
the
my
equipment.
Yeah.
I have 3 more in my truck bed.
So
Yeah.
we broke the rear strap and it didn't fucking move.
It,
Thank God.
Thank God,
we
because
only
there was
had
only
3
about
inches. Maybe.
I don't even think
yeah,
it
probably
was-
not.
on the driver's side. It was hard for me to put the ramp down
Yeah,
and get it into its pocket.
Yeah, this is deceiving how close it is.
Yeah.
The picture of the truck.
you can't set the ramp down directly behind the rear tire.
Yeah.
You
can
have to
see
slide it in from the slot.
When
side.
we loaded up to go to rally,
Yeah.
you
I had more room that way.
Not much.
No,
though.
Like I had maybe
You
another
were
half-inch room,
maybe,
so.
but it was.
Yeah, when you
she
unloaded,
out
it was
there.
it was not good.
when you're touching everything together, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody had this big old bumper guard in the way, get way closer.
Or if I had my Jeep on there and I could
You know,
I could
nose
drive
under it.
under my Jeep a foot.
Funny enough,
When
we were loading up, and I had already pulled my car on, and we were loading Andy up. Andy's like, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna hit your bumper guard," and I'm like, "That's fine. You already bent the piss out of it and bent it in, so fuck it, just hit it."
Let it go.
No, you bent it, cocksucker.
You did bend the shit out of it.
I
Yeah.
did.
You fucking ran into him, but
So
Womp womp.
yeah, that was rally. I got my ass kicked again.
Yeah.
you got faster every run.
I did get faster.
If you always get faster, eventually you win all of them.
I got faster every run.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't overheat.
Yep.
I didn't break,
That sounds like a win to me.
and I wasn't last.
Yeah. See? That's all you got to do.
I really wanted a magnet though.
Just- All right. well,
You'll get one.
go to prepare.
Just
Go to
drive
prepare it all.
faster.
I'm just
Or
gonna
prepare-
I'm just gonna sneak up under Michael's car and pull the petcock out of his fucking radiator.
He'd run it dry. He wouldn't care.
He would.
He'd be like, it's at 270. Like, yeah, it's fine. It's not blowing out.
So
But yeah.
yeah,
So no, that was the event. I don't think there's anything else major
No.
we're trying to cover off.
is
of it.
is anybody interested in going to the the RX 102?
So
201.
This,
201.
I was gonna say something. I don't think I'm going. I don't think I'm doing anything in July.
Because your stuff's all broken, or you're just taking a
Broken.
break?
Both, actually.
Mental break.
Because the Jeep's broken, the blue Subaru's broken, the white Subaru's broken, and the truck you really don't want to break.
Yeah, and it's coming up on the 100,000-mile service that needs done,
And the CP4
but
needs replaced.
ideally, yeah, I'd
CP4
like to.
disco party.
I'd like to take my time on the white Subaru, putting the transmission in. The blue Subaru, I'm hoping to work on this weekend. Ideally, it should be able to be fixed.
Right.
But
You're just like,
July 4th weekend is
gone.
next weekend.
Just, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay home. We're not. I'm not going out with Jeep or anything.
Yeah. There's no point trying to cram something together just to go somewhere
what is the
random.
fucking following weekend after that?
Probably just another.
The 12th to 13th, I have nothing going on as far as I know. The 19th to 20th was gonna be
Rally. Isn't it?
Oh, is it? I don't know.
No,
is it
Badlands. Badlands.
Oh, that's right. That's
Oh
right.
no, 7/13. 7/13 was gonna be
The week after 4th of July was going to be the Badlands Rally.
Yes, and then it was gonna be Byron Rallycross, and then I have one more weekend in July.
Right.
I'm like, wow.
It fills
Or
up
I
quick.
could just say fuck it and not go to a single thing
and just have like
and just
a month
do
to,
other shit.
I don't know, work on your house or
I don't even
clear trees
literally
or
anything.
something.
Anything.
To not have to be doing something
Yeah.
every weekend.
Yeah, to not use my truck, use my trailer, use one or both of my fun vehicles.
Be able to wake
I'm like,
up and go to bed in your own bed instead of like
like,
drive somewhere.
I might take the camper off and go camping one weekend.
Just go
Who
spend a
knows?
weekend to go kill some
Who
time,
knows?
Let me
Maybe.
know. Fuck, I'll go.
You could fix your little 50 and go take a trail ride or
Yeah,
something.
fucking or finally take the carbs off the fucking brute force and make that thing run decent.
You have so many things that run
So many
poorly.
possibilities.
Yeah. So
So
Here,
many,
did
so
you
many
order-
irons in the fire.
Did you order tires for your mower?
yes, they're already.
Are they on it?
No, not
Okay.
not
What the
yet.
fuck?
You ordered ATV
I don't need to
tires.
mow yet.
I know, but I'm
Yeah,
just
I
saying.
ordered ATV tires for my mower so I can go
For
up
the
and down
rears.
hills
Yeah.
better.
I knew you had
Hell
talked
yeah.
about it, and if you did it.
Yeah,
or
no,
not.
it was $100 on Amazon. They were delivered actually
Dope.
the Friday.
Okay.
For
Nice.
Rallycross.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I literally don't. I was thinking like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, I have too many hobbies.
I
need to, like-
I don't mind missing the Byron Rallycross. I feel bad for not going to the Badlands one that's coming up again. Like I want to go to that really bad, but,
But
at
your
the same
stuff.
time.
I mean, you could always like just tag along with one of us, so you're not trying to like. But
Yeah.
at the same.
But if I
point,
go, I'm gonna want to camp. If I want to camp, I have to bring my truck and trailer. I'm like,
if you're gonna bring the truck and trailer, you want to bring the Jeep. And if you're gonna bring the
Yeah.
Jeep and the car, and you need the 44, and then
yeah.
you
So
should just buy another car. Just buy a cheap car, road trip it to Badlands, rally it, and
I was gonna say you
It
could take
sounds
the
awful.
shit box, but I'm taking it. That
I also
weekend.
am really getting a fucking hair under my ass to get the Mustang at least up on jack stands and the transmission out of it.
just start doing
Just
things.
do something to it to give me motivation
Get
to
another
get it back
project
together.
apart.
Well, that bay is taken up all the time anyway
Yes.
by the car.
Yeah.
So it
So
doesn't
you might as
bother
well
me.
do something.
Like, God forbid if I have to buy another set of jack stands if
Just to
a
leave
set
them
of
underneath
4 are
there.
being used under it, whatever.
Right.
But yeah,
A lot of irons, a lot of fires.
Yeah. So
I get it.
wow, sounds like you have a marketplace problem.
No, he's too many hobbies.
I just need to get on top of
We've
everything
got
for
three
once. and-
race cars, a Jeep, 2 quads, a mower, house.
Yeah.
chainsaw that needs a new blade.
Hey, but you're working on that.
I have the I have
Progress-
the chain already, so yeah, it's a plus.
If you ever want to break from that, you can work on Michael's house.
I don't know how to work on my own house, or else I'd already be living out there. My
Yeah.
uncle's too busy to finish it too.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Get on it.
It's just
I don't know how to do
There's
it.
just not
What
enough.
more do you have to do? Fucking drywall? We've done drywall.
No, fucking routing in the water feed
The
lines. The
bathroom?
plumbing is done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah. I
finishing the
I don't do
insulation.
plumbing and I don't do electrical.
Finishing
That's
the
literally what
insulation.
needs done. Is
I do the
plumbing.
pitch work.
drywall, paint, floor,
You're not good at insulation either.
mini
Fair.
split.
Fuck you.
Mini split install, bathroom cabinets install, and toilet install, shower install.
A lot of finish.
Mini
style
split's
work.
fucking easy if you get the. Just
Yeah, but he has to
screw
do all
together.
the other stuff too.
Yeah, but I can't install a mini split until there's drywall, and I want the drywall painted before I install the mini split. There's a lot of shit.
Yeah, I get it. But okay,
Pitter fucking patter.
are we done here, fellas?
Yeah, I
I
guess.
suppose.
Cool. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.